Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Every single time I got to do that. It makes me laugh, so why not? Dude, I got the cufflinks on for y'all today. I'm going hard. Who's the last TA guy you seen wearing cufflinks? But shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live stream. I appreciate you all for being here. And you know, the shirt has a long history. My wife was working for what's called Axel Paris. They're not around anymore. It was a guy out of Stanford, wanted to start his own, suit shirt business. And he gave me like 5 or 6 free shirts, and I picked them out. I got this shirt for free, like I think 10 years ago, maybe. And I only wore it like once a year here and there. Goes super good with the gray and the blue. So shout out to my wife, man. She also gave me the suit that I'm wearing right now. Someone didn't pick it up. It was measured fit to order. And it fit me like a glove. And the guy, even the tailor, was like, I wouldn't do anything to this. And I walked away with a 3-piece. So my wife had me looking dapper 10 years ago when I was broke as a joke. God bless my wife. She is the greatest woman on earth. And you never know. That's why if you see a guy walking around with a 3-piece suit, cufflinks, and you're like, wow, he's rich. You would have thought I was rich back then, but I just got hooked up with a free shirt and a free suit. So just never compare yourself to anybody else, because you never really know the origins of the nature behind the move. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We're going to blast into the future and the present. We're going to blast into the present, but we're going to see what the future holds every single day on the channel. I do have some lemon water here. It's actually lime water. I put some lime. We ran out of lemons, but I put some lime in here. Not bad. Also, get yourself a hardware wallet. Trezor is the one that is really nice. We also have some Ballet wallets here, and we're going to be on Friday this week. We'll be announcing the winner of the Ballet wallet and the 50,000 Satoshis, which is about a $40, $45. With shipping, it's about a $50 gift. God bless you all for being here. Thank you. How do you win that gift? There's only one way, and that's through Instagram. You got to go to my Instagram account and run on in there. But even bigger, because I want to focus today. BitBoy has a poll going on right now, and there's probably 2 hours left of the poll. Who do you enjoy coming on as a guest? Not Frankie or Kelly to do TA for live stream in the mornings. Comment below. And I'm running right up there with Alex Soloway. Just a little more will edge me, and I will win this. So please, 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 I'm going to add this and pin it to the comment section here. Jump on in today. I would greatly appreciate it. I pinned the message here in the comment, and we'll talk about it throughout the day. Join this survey. Please hit the lifer. If I've made you money in your lifetime from just the education, if you've seen a call that I made and it came out true, if you've watched me over and over again, you got to vote. I know we got like thousands of lifers that are willing to vote. I feel like we have not even scratched the surface as it has many people that can vote. Let's go. Leave a comment too. A lot of the comments are full of liferness. I see a lot of lifers here in the comments. Lifer, right? Crypto Lifer. Learn more from Crypto the Lifer. Vote 99. Michael G, right? The only two, Soloway and whatever, but Lifer there's another one. And I don't want to read the negative comments, not about me, but, there's another Lifer there. There's a lot of people just holding us down, man. Lifer, baby. Sammy, cup and handy all the way. Crypto Lifer. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. You got to love that. Lifer, right? So we're taking over. Crypto Lifer. Lifer is the man, right? Sheldon Lifer Crown. Crypto Lifer is 99. Lifer 100%. Lifer. So as you can see, Crypto Lifer, my motivator. Crypto Lifer. Sam Price, the OG. So Sam Price, Sammy, cup and handy, the Lifer, right? I'm just saying, I'm dominating this, as you can see in the comment section. So real people behind me, +1 on the Lifer, Crypto Lifer, Crypto, that's so funny. Oh, man. Alex Jones, Crypto Face, Sam Price, another one holding me down there. So many people in there. Let's see, any more Lifer action there. Crypto Lifer, Lifer 33, vote for the 99, bang, bang, bang. Crypto Lifer. Sam is the man, 337711. So you guys have really shown up with the community. Keep pushing. Let's get all the way to the top. Best TA in the game, Crypto Lifer, right? Crypto Lifer. Wow. So it's been amazing. How do you do this? Just hit that link. That link will take you to the community tab here. And you may have to scroll down. It might take you here, right? Like you'll hit community, and then you'll just have to scroll down to this area here, and then click on Crypto Lifer. Look, we're about to win here, 25%. We are about to win. Please, every single person here. We got so many people here and part of the community. I didn't know about this till last night, too. So it was going a long time till I even knew about it. So we're coming from the back. We're that horse in the Kentucky Derby, about to surpass and win. So help me win this. Let the people speak for me. I greatly appreciate it. And that means you guys are doing a lot of voting. We almost have 4,000 votes. Let's get it moving. Let's go. Just voted. Let's go. Come on. Vote for the live. Look, it's so close right now. It is so close. We're coming up on them. It is very, very close. Very close. 25 to 27%. Let's show how strong the Lifer community is, right? Let's do it. My dad passed away. I did not take a day off. I'm sick as a dog. I did not take a day off. My body was shivering into convulsion yesterday for 5 straight minutes. My face turned blue. My lips turned blue. My wife literally thought she had to call an ambulance. And I told her, just give me 5 more minutes. And if I look like this for 5 more minutes, then definitely call an ambulance. It was pretty bad. I'll be honest. For whatever reason, I just started to shake. All my muscles just, it was right after I made the video. And I was fine all day. That's the thing. I was like, I'm fine. Next thing you know, the ibuprofen wore off and my body went into convulsions. So it was insane. It was probably the scariest moment of my life. My whole back muscles were like I couldn't take the pain. I was like wiggling around. I finally said, Epsom salt, take a bath. I need Epsom salt in the bath, please. And I calmly talked to my wife through what to do. I said, put the Epsom salt in the bath, run me a hot bath. I took that hot bath. I refuse to take NyQuil. I don't like it, but she finally gave it to me at the end of the night. I usually don't like to take what other people take. I'm taking all this natural stuff, but I did. I chugged a cup of NyQuil. I took a St. John's wort, as sleeping aid, like very natural, underneath the tongue, like so. And I passed out finally all night straight. Had the weirdest dream. I had a dream last night that I was in a church pew, okay, at church. And Joe Biden was walking down, and he stopped right there, and he stared at me. And he stayed right there at me. And for some reason, I had my entire hoodie over my face, and I was like hiding my face. And I was tired because I fell asleep tired, like in the zone in a hoodie. So I was kind of like sick like I was, and I was like, don't move. And he was like trying to see my face, and I didn't want to take off my, and then I was like, oh, let me try to take it off. And as I tried to take it off, something was telling me, don't show him your face. This is a really true dream. Next thing you know, he grabbed it and tried to pull it off of me, and the whole church went, oh, like everyone went crazy. And then I just like kept trying to, and then like I eventually woke up. Weirdest dream of my life. Weirdest dream of my life. Okay. Eugene Pulse Chain is launching this week, and it's coming true, right? He would have been trying to sniff you as well. Shout out to Jamie, man. It's because Samuel James Price for president 2032. Your dream with that, what a nightmare. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't want to get political. It's just a weird dream. It was such a weird dream. It was a nightmare, man. It was so creepy. Yo, we got into Newt. Newt is heading to MEXC, and we're in there before it's even gotten there. That's how you figure these things out. You get into coins on the low before they go anywhere else, and, that's the key. And this is fun. Isn't it fun getting the contract address, buying these things on PancakeSwap, watching them hit a centralized exchange? To me, it's so exciting. So interesting. Right? Let me just bring this light down. There you go. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. I don't like seeing that shadow there. All right, dude, I'm telling you right now, I feel the power. I feel the movement here. 25% to 28 and 27. I mean, it's like, dude, let's go. Let's go, everyone. I'm just mentioning there's a poll here on BitBoy, and I've pinned it in the comment section below if you're just jumping on in. And I'm going to talk about this probably 15 times throughout the live stream. I'm going to be pushing it. Hit this link. Help the lifers win this. They're going to have me featured on the day show like I used to be back in the day, and it's going to be big. I can feel lifer winning. Shout out to Sean Aaron. I love you, man. Hoping Pepe doing a ship during 2021 sideways, then a mega pump. Hope doesn't do too well in crypto, but you never know. You know, I just look at the charts and go for them. You know, board type, Alameda. You're funny. Shout out to Ricardo Alameda, man. Fun watching you on the Vegas Boys channel yesterday, Sam. We went over some serious stuff there that we're going to revisit today. I had never revealed those things that I revealed. I wasn't planning on that. I was sick. I was just hoping I could get through. I got a little extra oomph, probably from whatever, the stimulants and the ibuprofen and all that got me through and kind of gave me an extra pump. It was weird. Then I did an interview with Miss Teen Crypto. That's how busy my Wednesdays are. Very busy. Wake up, usually do an update for Bitcoin at 7, 8 in the morning. Then I go over coins, find out what coins are hot to put out setups in the trading group. Then I do the live stream. Then around 1 or 2, I did at 1:30 my time, 10:30 their time, I did the Sin City Crypto Show, which is unbelievable. And then I also interviewed Miss Teen Crypto at about 3 to 4 o'clock. Then my body just collapsed after that. Like, I thought I was fine. The Motrin weared off or whatever, and I was just beside myself. I was literally here and then here. I was next to myself. I was beside myself. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, baby. Show us how to make some money today. Thanks for everything you do. Sam, I've been doing all I can to get you all the votes possible. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Sam, our Pulse Chain, PulseX sacrifice bags are about to get airdropped. Richard announced last night. Dude, that's insane. And I may actually send all my ETH from the wallet here, because I got a bunch of ETH. I might as well get it doubled up, right? And look, I mean, people say, no, you're not in Pulse, but I have my Pulse chain. Where's my PLSX on the Ethereum? I put it up before. Oh, yeah, no, I got to go to the V3, testnet V3. And I've been going hard with it, making sure. And you can see I sacrificed, so I have my TPLS ready to rock, connected to testnet V3. Taking a little too long there. But never, blockchain, just take a deep breath and let it hang. Switch networks. Pulse chain testnet V4. Yeah, V4, sorry. There you go. But you can see I sacrificed a long time ago. A long time ago. Why did they disappear? What happened to my TPLS? Why do they disappear right now? What happened there? Interesting. Maybe because the testnet's just not valid anymore. Anyone know why oh, there they are. It's kind of playing games. Anyway, there's verification that I did sacrifice a long time ago for Pulse Chain. Going to be a big deal for Pulse Chain. Freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. It's probably going to revive the run a little bit. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you right now and show you what's happening. So right now we're bearishly retesting. You can see we broke down from this channel that we were in. We broke up. We broke down. Then we broke back down below the channel and tried to get back in, but we couldn't. Went to my first area that was the target here because it was the length of the small. You know, if you just take this small length of this, that's a short. You know, and there you go, right? So remember, I longed right here, and yesterday on the 5-minute chart, I called basically the top of the run. I was trading this 5-minute little flag, if you remember correctly yesterday, on the future trade. We got to here, and then I noticed that there was bearish divergence in the 5, and I said I'm out. And I sold like right in there. And right after that, I took a nap because my body was just beat, and I couldn't handle it anymore. But when I sold that was also an option to short, because when a guy that looks at the charts every single day of his life decides, hey, that's bearish div and I'm out, probably a good time to take a short. The short pounded, then it got pounded back up to the upside. There was heavy volatility yesterday. One thing that I do see that I'm going to break down for you is on my KuCoin chart. All right, I keep a bunch of different charts all open and ready. It was my KuCoin chart, but we'll do it again anyway. Pretty sure. But I see a diamond forming. All right, this is definitely diamond vibes. All right, and You know, it kind of makes sense here, bouncing off the top, then we'll go up. This is usually what happens in the diamond. In the center, you hit the bottom, you hit the top, and you go sideways. And 68% of the time, about rounded to 70, you're going to break out of the diamond back to the upside. Doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure. We do have to get back above this local point of control in the 5-minute time frame. If you're looking at there at 27,561, then we can get to this node, and then you can see the gap of the VRVP, and we can head all the way up to that target. That target's going to be 28,900. So I do see a diamond forming. Who else here saw the diamond? I'm sure I'm not the only one who saw the diamond. Let me know if you saw the diamond. All right. Another thing, we're going to look at the macro ideas of Bitcoin, but we're going to do it in a second. If you really want to see what I showed on the Sin City Crypto yesterday, I'm telling you right now, what I broke down yesterday was unbelievable, even for me, because my mind just goes. And some days I'm just sitting there and my mind starts doing things, and I'm like, what are you doing, mind? And I just let it run. You know, shout out to the Crypto Lifer American flag stickers. We have these too. These are amazing, super vinyl, super awesome. Love these. Only have a few of them, but you know, I'll probably send them out to whoever gets this deal. So you're going to get the sticker too. You're going to get 5,000 sats, and you're going to get this beautiful Ballet cryptocurrency wallet at your fingertips. I bought 4 of them, kept one for myself. I don't need 4. Here's my Ballet wallet ready to go. It's so awesome. Love this thing in the silver case, in the case there. They didn't have any gold left, which is, I guess, was actually gold plated. They're a little more expensive, but just because it says ETH on it doesn't mean you can't put Bitcoin in the game. So let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. What's happening to the 1 hour? Let's get rid of all my scribblings and gibblings. But I'm just showing you the idea here that we can move to the upside based on the diamond. And it is a diamond, in my humble opinion. All right. It is. I mean, you whipsaw the middle. That is the definition of a diamond. All right. Yeah, a little weird now. Almost like feel like we broke the diamond and we're barely retesting it. But that's why sometimes you have to use a smaller time frame to make sense of the diamond. But, you know, we could say, okay, it's a bit shady. I'll be honest. Like, we could be bearishly retesting the bottom of this diamond. We have to kind of get back inside here, start hanging out, and get to the top of the diamond today. If we can't do that today, if we start playing around down here, there will be more downside. We're going to look at the bullish and the bearish scenarios. We're going to break down. We're going to figure it out. Have no fear. We're going to be here for you. We're going to logically watch price action, look for the probabilities, and we're going to play the best probabilities that are at the hand. All right? That's what we're going to do today. And we're going to do it calmly, easily, and fashionably. All right? Shout out to my lovers of life. Shout out to all the beautiful crypto lifers out here that are kicking it with me every single day. May God bless each and every one of you. 586 people, 234 likes, $7 in chat revenue. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for the love. Sam, do you give veterans discount for the 99 class? You know, we do. Email my wife and let us know your story. And definitely, we'd like to do something for you there. Since you talk so much about diamond, I started recognizing them more and more. That's what happens. Yes, sir. Let's go. I gotta love when the lifer goes on and shows the same TA you've been thinking about all morning. We are learning. We are growing. Shout out to Sabi's Life, man. God bless you. What are you doing, mine? Okay, just run. Yeah. Just 1% to go. Wow. We're about to take it. We're about to take over. Look at this. We're so close right now. Keep voting, everybody. Keep voting. Keep voting. 1 more percent. We're going to shake the scale. We're going to win this. There's a pinned comment right here. If you click on it, it brings you to the BitBoy community channel. Then you scroll down a little bit and you find this poll. Who do you enjoy coming on as a guest? Not Frankie or Kelly to do TA for the live stream. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We need you guys to hit this up and leave comments. Let them know the lifer, +1 lifer. We love you, lifer. Sam Price, whatever you want to write. Sammy Cup and Handy. We are so close. How could we not win this? If you're new to the channel, if you're just jumping on in, there is the pinned comment right here. You got to hit it. You got to vote for the lifer. Show us how strong the community is. We are the strongest community in the game. I'm telling you right now, I've never seen something so strong as the lifers. Let's go, baby! Woo! My energy is back a little bit. My wife did give me a little bit of coffee. I said, I need that stimulant, babe. Let me just get a little cup of coffee. I think it'll get me through. And she did. She made me a beautiful. It's criminal if you don't win. No. It's worried. Nothing is criminal. We are the blessed. But I feel what you're saying. Pump the lifer, baby. Let's go, baby. We're so close. We are so close. I feel like we could do it right now as I speak. Come on now. Come on now. Mental toughness. Doc Rivers, baby. Mental toughness. Lifers are strong. Sam is here every day, no matter what. For you guys, go vote. My poll says you're on 28% already. Dude, his poll says we won already, which is insane. Dude, maybe we are. It's just taking a second for me to kind of get my cookies up. I'll come back to this in a second. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote. Someone says I'm at 30% already. I can't see it. So weird. 27-10. We're on the way, baby. We're doing it. Oh, my gosh. We're about to take over the lifers, man. I feel so much better. Look at me. I'm able to speak. Sam is here every day. Let's be here for Sam. God bless you. My dad passed, and I didn't give up on y'all. I didn't sit into a hole and get depressed. I showed you how to live with God, how to push forward, how to believe that every single thing happens for a reason. And I can talk about my dad. I can listen to his voice messages, and I don't cry. And you be like, he's a cold man. I'm not cold. I took a deep breath and realized that there is an afterlife, and my dad just went into the next realm of life, and he's with me at every single moment in time. He's with me at every single moment in time. Wow. Lifers, you are amazing. And I didn't even know about this till 11 last night, so they had a one-up on us, but we still came through. We're like that horse in the Kentucky Derby, pushing it. Shout out to the 612 people on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. More watchers, more people can jump in and know what's happening with this poll. So you got to hit the likes today, more important than ever. I'm leaning on you all. You guys got me here. There used to be 3 people watching me. I used to have just the tiniest channel in the world. Nobody knew who I was. It was you guys who put me to the map. I made so many people different ideas. So many people figured it out. You got to get it in. We got to get those votes up, please. To the upside. I've never asked for something more in my life. Let's get it. Hit the like here, comment here, and let those comments rang. Lifer comments. Let's go. I feel like a bunch more comments came in. It's got to be the lifers. Let's go, Sam. Sammy Cup and Handy. Dude. And also, I've been just tracking Bitcoin slowly. I don't say 7, whatever. I'm not, but I've just been going hard. Dude, we won. We're up right now, winning at 27%. Dude, we got it right now. Let's keep pushing it. It looks like in 2 hours, this is going to end. Everybody, you got to vote. Another vote for Sammy Cup and Handy. And we're taking it. The strongest community in crypto, I'm telling you right now, because I'd never take a day off. We have built something that is just unbelievable to see, unbelievable to watch. We love you all. Let's get back into Bitcoin. Let's break it down. So I do see a bearish retest of this bottom trend. We have to get back inside. Otherwise, we will see some more downside. You got to look at this kind of like a bear flag in a way. It could be this, remember that insane idea that I have that it's like a falling wedge that could break up, but it's just too messy. There's too much going on here, in my humble opinion. You could also open this up and say it was a bear flag. Yeah. See, remember the bear flag that I kept talking about? It's still a bear flag to me. Length of the pole, to me, that's just still a bear flag. Likely to drop to the downside at 25,900. I mean, if you just keep it simple, you broke up, you broke back in, and you're kind of like a complex head and shoulder in a way. All right. Not perfect. It's a little messy, but you got like shoulder, you got a head, you got multiple shoulders. That could easily dump to the downside as well, even though you have the whipsaw in the middle. Okay. Liver shows us what a winner looks like. 10 for 10 attitude. Sneaky Pete Vaporizers, thank you for the $6.99. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. Who else we got? Board Type Crow with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. And my energy is definitely back. Yesterday, I could not do this. I was just down and out. There was no way I was able to do what I'm doing today on the live. All right. Hit that link. I got it pinned in the comment section right here. What is this pin? It's a pin to a poll. All right. We got to take it. How do we go back down again? No. Yep. 27-26. The battle continues. Let's keep it moving. Nope. And just came in. Where do I vote? Hit the link inside here. Right here. I pinned it in the comment section. Hit this. It'll take you to the community tab here and then scroll down to about the fourth place. Hit that, and vote for the Crypto Lifer. Add a comment if you can. Let them know who the lifers are, baby. We are not going anywhere. All right? God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your love. I appreciate it more than you would ever know. So Bitcoin still inside this bear flag. However, the 15-minute and the 1 hour, showing signs of a bounce to the upside, but they're very low. All right? What is it saying now? Hold on one second. I think I tried to open BOOKMAP twice. I was like, what? No. Don't you do that to me, BOOKMAPy. All right. We're going to get BOOKMAP up and running too. We're going to look at the liquidity, show you what's happening. All right. Remember, I was short yesterday. We came up, then I closed the short, called the long, and then I bounced out the long right before the entire market took a dump easy. I literally sold the top of that area, called out the bearish div in the 5 minutes, and I was out like a bandit. Next thing you know, the whole market collapsed as I took a nap. So, hey, even that alone, live, I showed you where I was getting out of a trade. Live, I did that. Basically called the local top yesterday before that massive dump back to the downside. I also said, watch out for CPI day to day to my whole trading group. So just be very careful. They're going to go up and down. They're going to use the emotions of the unknown and all the people that think they can front run the price action to just take everybody's money. That's why it's always not the best day to trade. Even though I normally don't trade on CPI data days because it's just like, what's the point, right? So BOOKMAP showing 27,100, wants to bring us down. Not too much lower, but, you know, we don't see much. Then we got some liquidity down at 26.7. So look, BOOKMAP suggests we're going lower. And whenever you see a huge order, this guy wants to buy 591, this people, and it's cumulative. But look, 660, 492, 5, that's 2,000 Bitcoins. That's not just like, that's not orders of $500. That's 591 Bitcoin. So people desperately want to buy more Bitcoin on these lows, suggesting that we will go lower. So in my humble opinion, this looks like we are definitely going to go lower. That's just what it's saying is going to happen. Let's look at our 7-minute time frame. And the 7-minute also just doesn't look too good with a bearish retest here. Look, like it tried to get back in. It's bearishly retesting. They're all oversold, but that doesn't mean they can't continue to dump here. I just want to make that clear. All right, we do have somewhat of a double bottom. I'll give that to the 7. Right now, we have double bottomed off of 27,148 2 times in a row. But this, to me, is, I'll bring this up one second. Let me show you what's happening. The smaller time frames will convey what's going down. We could do this here on the 7-minute. And this suggests that we are going lower too. All right. It's low liquidity Thursday. By 1 or 2 o'clock, the charts will start to kind of slip off and get very light. But even that looks like a short to me, attempting to be had here. If we come back up to the top of the pattern, you know, it just doesn't look good to me. Looks like a bear flag beginning to form on the train. And I'm also going to open up a short just to show you how convicted I am that we will go to the downside. And I could be wrong. Remember that. As a trader, you're never right or wrong. You're just playing the probabilities that could be the potential of the move. If I lose the trade, I don't beat myself up. It's okay. I'm willing to accept defeat. I'm willing to accept the move either way. It does not matter. It does not matter. Okay? I just want to make that very, very, very clear. All right? In trading, you don't know what's happening. You're not making predictions. You're using probability. That's all you're doing. You're using probability to basically figure out where price action's going, to take a shot, to take a bit of a shot here. So let me go over the bullish and the bearish scenarios for myself before I make a trade. Let me just kind of, I always try to find the bias that I could be having here. So what's likely to happen here? I mean, you could almost say this is like a slanted diamond. I think I'm pushing it though. Yeah, like. So hold on one second. I can't even. It's too much. It's too much. I've seen it almost, but sometimes you just can't. Like, you could be trying to push it to the limit, and it's too much. You know what I mean? We're gonna get rid of that. That's just not happening for me personally. There is a limit where you're just being you're going too far out in your brain. Like, you could be creative with crypto, but another thing, being below the 200 SMA usually conveys a dump to the downside. It's another thing. Losing the point of control, we go to the volume area low. So it's just so likely we head into 26,800 area. Just so likely. Now, we could get a bounce first. Let's look at our 5-minute now. 5-minute even wants to kind of dump on you. The 1-minute suggests we're in a bit of a cup and handle, though. All right. So we'll give the 1-minute its time to shine real quick. This could be our bottom. It could be. I've seen it play out before. This exact shape, the 1-minute cup and handle. Please forgive me. Sorry about that. Horrible. I usually mute that, so I greatly apologize. Just kind of under the weather a little bit. Shout out to the 669 people. If you're just joining, please look at the pinned comment in the comment section. Click on this pinned comment if you can. All right? It'll bring you to the BitBoy channel. Scroll on down, and bam, we're at 28%. We're winning this. Dude, you guys are unbelievable. I can't believe how great the community is. I think there's about an hour left in here, 23 hours ago, and I didn't even know about it until 11 o'clock last night. 28% on the voting. I greatly appreciate this. Looks like we could come through and take channels that are twice the size of ours, bigger than our channels, but my community is so strong due to my ability to show up every single day for over 800 days, or since February of 2021, the beginning of that area. Trying to do the math. That'd be like 365 plus 2, 730. Then we have the last, basically March, April, and May. Another, like in May is about 11 days. You got 30. There's another 70 days plus the 30. So it's about 800 days straight without a day off. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the love. Keep voting. Let's not stop. Let's put the pressure on all the way. Keep voting. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the link in the comment section. It's so easy. And we know you have a YouTube channel, or a Gmail account, so hit this link right now and then head on over here to Lifer and leave a comment if you can. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. As Shrek's grandmother would say, better outside than inside. Sorry, a few minutes behind, catching up at 2x. All right. So here's the deal. The 1 minute suggests this thing can pump. If the 1 minute can't get us back above here, and we kind of make some type of shoulder, head, right shoulder there, I'm going to open up the short. You know what I mean? So this is it right here. All right. And I know I got a lot of lines drawn. We can make it really, really clear on this time frame. So I'm going to delete everything again. I'm going to remove the SMAs just for a second here. All right. We're going to show you the big picture and the smaller picture. Also, the 4-hour time frame. It's trying to bend and say, hey, enough is enough. Do we have any bullish divergence of the 4-hour? You could say we kind of do. I've never cut through a wick before like that. But this does swing up while that swings down. It says, hey, we could be hitting a bottom here. Also, the 4-hour time frame. But what else do I see is another bearish pattern. I mean, this is a descending triangle. Descending triangles are usually not the best. They could break to the downside more than they break to the upside. They're ugly patterns. And when they break down hard and fast, too. So I see this breaking to the downside. Also, it's kind of a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. This is also an M pattern, right? That could break down, too. And to me, this is a bear flag that just broke up and broke back down that wants to move to the downside. So I'm seeing just a lot of bearish confluence. A lot of bearish confluence suggesting that we do come and test this level here, at least at 25,300. Remember, there's a weekly support there at 24,300 that we keep talking about as well. This also wouldn't be too bad on my bigger ideas. And we're going to break down the macro ideas for Bitcoin too if you just hang out. Bitcoin bull is on the gate, said a Nigerian witch. Interesting. That's creepy. I don't know what you mean by that, but that's creepy. Sneaky fun fact, if you have more than one Gmail, you can vote more than once. You didn't hear it from me. Voted Sam, the main man. Thank you. God bless you, man. Voted via pin message. God bless you. Thank you so much. Please keep voting. I've never seen such an amazing move with my community. Please keep voting here. 28% to 26%. Some people said they've seen 30%, right? And we're just going hard. We're going hard every single day here on the channel. So thank you so much for the love. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let me slow us down. My first day with some energy, so I got to slow us down. Descending triangle for Bitcoin beginning to form. You see it. I see it. It is what it is. All right. Another idea is that we're also making a falling wedge. And the wedge would be something like this. And that means we have to go lower to bounce off the lower version of the wedge. Okay. And this coincides with my macro idea too that we're going to break down for you in a second. In like about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to show you something that I revealed on Sin City Crypto that had me thinking. Another thing, I use the 200 SMA. Whenever you're below the 200 SMA, you're likely to get a move to the downside. It's just that simple. If you open up a short right here, once you break below with a stop loss on the other side, you're in the money. If you open up a short right here after the first 4-hour candle close with a stop loss on the other side, you were in the money. If you open up a short here and your stop loss was on the other side of the 200 SMA, you were in the money. All right? Again, if you'd open up a short here with the stop loss on the other side of the 200 SMA, you'd be in the money huge. Here's another one here. If you'd open up a short when you broke, I sound like a broken record, right? You'd be in the money. What if you open up a short here, stop loss on the other side? Boom. If you didn't take profits there, or at least keep moving into you got to move your stop loss into profit. Otherwise, you would have been wicked up on that idea. Here's another one. If you'd open up a stop loss here, the second you tried to get above but couldn't and got rejected with a stop loss on the other side, you were in the money. And here, if you'd open up a short here. So I'm just showing you how all the way, basically, that's how you short that's how we shorted. Everyone thinks I'm a perma bear, a perma bull for some reason. Someone commented the other day, stop being a perma bull. I am not a moon boy, and I am not a perma bear. I am just a guy that shows you the charts and takes advantage of whatever I see. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I never say I know where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't think, I don't feel, I don't believe. I look at the macro scale, and if banks keep collapsing, right? And why do I say it's over? Well, I'm telling you, my thumbnail is not clickbait today. It says Bitcoin says it's over. What am I saying? Well, the banking system. The banking system is over. It's over, man. Like, the gig is up. Like, people realize that their money's not in that bank. Every time you're putting money in that bank, unless you get a mortgage or you sign up for one of their, basically, lifelong clinging, death grips of the parasitic banking system, they don't let you use that money the way you want. It's locked up in that system forever. You're done. You'll never go back and get your cash. Go dig up a hole and find $1 million of cash, right? If you did, but whatever, Then go to the bank and put it in. Number one, they're going to ask you where you got it and all these crazy questions, KYC, and next thing you know, somehow they clear it up. You say it was my grandfather's. We were in a trust. He had it on his property. I had to find it. and it's all like, it's all square, go put that cash in the bank. See what happens if you can never get that cash out of the bank again. Go back, I want that $1 million back in cash. You will never get it back in cash ever again. Not happening. Not happening. All right? So just something to think about here. All right? So look, what we want to do is find a closer 200 SMA too, like this one here. And you open up the trade here. This just looks like we're gonna drop to the downside. Maybe one more chance for the 1 minute to pump back up. I was just waiting for it, but it just doesn't look good at all. Doesn't look amazing. Now, they could try to short squeeze us or bring it back up, but again, if we can't get back above 27,318, that's local resistance on the 1 minute chart. This is going to be, it's bad news bears. All right? It's bad news bears. We're attempting to double bottom. I get it. And then you're looking for the bullish divergence here, and you had a little bit on the, and you don't really have any bullish divergence too. Not on the 1 minute chart. You really don't. I guess right here, you have a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. I'll give this to each and every one of you. But remember, all this means, not even, it's like a class C. It's not even that strong. And you had one right here and you couldn't get back above the resistance. To me, that's also just another bear flag. You might come back up, come back down. So I was trying to be super precise and make the perfect trade for it to come here and then open my short. But I might as well just open the short now, stop loss on the other side of this point of control here. So I'm going to look at the short even closer now and make my call here for the day. Remember, I longed yesterday at the perfect time. We got out at the exact moment. Pretty insane what we did there on the channel. So the 7 minute suggests that we could get a move back to the upside. You see, it's trying to bend. It says we could pump up, but, so I could give it some time. Let's give it some time. And the 1 minute, too, I'm attempting to give the 1 minute its time for the bounce. But if we can continue to go up and we get rejected by that resistance mode, I wonder why I got these. Oh, yeah, one is the bigger idea. Hold on. I'm just going to delete the bigger line for now. I just want to look at my smaller time frames. Smaller time frames can help you figure out where price action is going to go. All right. And look, this even has like descending triangle vibes too. This looks a lot like the 4 hour time frame too. Yep, there it is. Now I should have opened that short up. Look at that. Man, I had a feeling we were going to get pounded to the downside here. Interesting. I usually don't like to open a short in red. We should have opened up the short in the green right there to the downside, right? But as long as the stop loss is on the other side, 27,384. All right, so I grabbed the short here. Wasn't quick enough. My brain wasn't, I had to make that move fast. Measured move of this is also a move to the downside. Really, the length of this whole pole, I believe we can get a move back to the downside here. That would take us to about 26,750. All right, so let's drag that down. And it's a 1-to-1 risk ratio. I have to have the stop loss somewhere around here, 2728, right, above this previous resistance. So 27,248 could be my stop, all right? And then the target could be 26,720, all right? A lower low now. Now it's going to attempt to make a lower high, all right? And this is the bear flag, in my humble opinion, though. Look at that. Looks nasty to me. And I could be wrong. Maybe we pump all the way to the moon. I could be completely wrong, everybody. I'm just going by probabilities. Just going by probabilities. But it doesn't look good. Looks like we're going to lose 27,000 pretty simply. All right. Still, need some clarity for my own mind here. Let me see. See if I see anything that I didn't notice beforehand, in price action. And we're going to show you something macro, too, as well, which is quite interesting to me. And see, we're rolling over on the bigger time frames. We have a major resistance here that we couldn't get above, and we have a resistance right here. The previous bounce becomes new resistance, and we're there. And this M pattern just doesn't look amazing, It just doesn't. And this is basically a head and shoulder pattern too as well. And then on the macro 8 hour, that's a bearish pattern. Suggests we may bounce up a little more back to the top of the channel here, entice some longs, and then we get shredded to the downside, right? So stop loss really has to be it's kind of too chintzy to get in. I'm getting some mixed signals here. Just for my perfect entry. I believe we're going to short. I'm just looking for the perfect entry. I want that entry to be Chow Bela exact. You know what I mean? Just moo. Should have entered the short already, though. We'd already be in the money. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's over now. So I am seeing this idea. It's a descending triangle on the 8 hour time frame. We could roll over. 4 hour suggests that there's more leg to go down. 3 hour also suggests more leg to go down. The 2 hours trying to attempt some bullish divergence here, see? Just like the 1 hour is, but with this wacky wick in the middle, something I've honestly never backtested this. And you can't really cut off, I mean, you can cut off wicks, I guess, because wick, but I've never had to. Like, cutting off a wick through divergence is a bit strange. I feel like that would have to be it, and then, like, we're on a new set of divergences. And it's, like, right there, and we really don't have it. I would never backtested cutting through a wick in the divergence. I don't use wicks, so it would make sense that this could be a divergence, right? And then my wacky idea that we're in this falling wedge, remember, that breaks back up, but you already lost a wedge, too, here. I see more downside coming for Bitcoin. I'm going to open up the short right now, all right? 33x leverage. I'm going to just use like about 20% of the portfolio at the present moment. We're going to open up that short, right? I'm going to look at the stop loss and things like that. The liquidation price is $29,000, and the fair price we got in at $27,058, which I wish we got in a little earlier than that, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, already this is a bear flag to me. And just on the 2 hour time frame suggests that we will go lower. And the measured move will take us to about 25,600. And remember, the government also has all that Bitcoin, and they love to sell it off. They, especially when they bail out a bank or they're in trouble, they think selling off the Bitcoin will scare people out of Bitcoin, but they don't realize it just doesn't. That's not what happens. You know what I mean? I could see a massive fall down pretty fast. Also, Bookmap corroborating my idea, right, that we will go to the downside. Look at all that liquidity down there. They're starting to liquidate the longs. That's the beginning. That's how it starts. And as those longs get liquidated, they're going to prove the fire for our shorts, right? They're going to help the shorts get pounded get money as they pound the longs to 26,500. So I'm looking for 26,005 somewhere right here as our first stop, and then even more downside, right? And there we go. I mean, the shorts hit the money already, as you can see, already up 2.8%, right? It makes me kind of want to add to this. I'll add to it when the smaller time frame corroborates the idea. So here's how you know. I sold the exact top yesterday. You can see my arrows. I got in right there. I sold right there. You can see where I sold, this little arrow right there. And I called out the bearish divvy. You can see the bearish divergence was obvious, okay? Obvious. I'm going to show you how this is all good in for my macro idea that there's nothing wrong with what we're seeing here. Wow, look at that massive wick down, 26.98, got bought back up again. There's also a lot of people still doing the order notes, buying Bitcoin to get into those things. So that creates a little bit of a punchback that we normally wouldn't see. You have to remember that. A lot of people are hungry for these new little BRC20 tokens that we've been talking about, like the VMPX and all the things that we've had going in the channel. A little bit of divergence there. It's flatter than that, but it's really, to me, not strong enough to get us out of the zone. Really ugly price action. You know, whenever you see this type of price action, you just have to find a valid trend line and just kind of hold it. Hold it together, despite what they're doing here. You know, and you can't just go wherever you want. You got to have as many touches as you can have, right? So, to me, a descending triangle too as well. It's just, you have a lot of bearish sentiment here. 27K has been very, very strong. Keep trying to hold that level. There's a chance that it does, but that's why my short's not huge. All right. 7 minutes should bounce back up and do a bearish retest of this line. And that could be another entry on the short to the downside. Still not seeing everything I want to see, though. Let's take a look at the USD chart on Coinbase. I want to be exact today. I'm a little sweaty in the head. I'm still definitely under the weather for sure, but not as bad. I mean, I'm not convulsing on the floor, turning purple. Like yesterday, my wife said my lips were blue and my face was turning blue. It got a little chintzy. But you know what she does is she has a heart monitor that goes in your finger, and it also tells you your blood oxygen level. And so she was able to figure out that I had good blood oxygen. That was fine. And my heart rate was just a little higher than normal because I had a fever, you know. And then once we were from a 99, my heart went back down to about an 89, and everything kind of started to mill out. So we could get a bounce here, stay inside the channel, and then nasty drop to the downside. It's a descending triangle. I just have to say, descending triangles break down, you know, most of the time. Yeah, but we're in a falling wedge. Falling wedges could break back to the upside. All right. Bang. And so this could play out. We could get a bounce here back to the upside. All right. But the liquidity here on Bookmap suggests that we are going lower. They want 26.5 bad. For whatever reason, someone's trying to take somebody out. Could be a whale game right now. So that also tells me that we may never get this bounce back to the upside. And we may have this resistance that, look, I mean, it's heavy resistance here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We can't get back above 27,070. All right. We can't, and we're not, it's hard to remain bullish here on this idea. So here's the macro idea, the biggest one I could, on the 1 hour time frame. And they both say there could be more pain to come. Even though you're down here, you're just getting across the dotted line, and we could loop like this and just get this nasty dump down, all right? And then again, we could do the same thing here. And to me, you got, like we showed you, we can go, now let's zoom into the 7. So now that the bigger time frame suggests that we're in some pain, we go to our 7-minute time frame, and we have another descending triangle. So like, it's bear city to me, right? And this also has a move to the downside. So I don't know anything. I don't know. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I do not. But the charts are conveying to me that we will get a move to the downside, and the liquidity on BOOKMAP suggests that we will get a move to the downside. All right? I still haven't showed you my macro ideas here. Shout out to the 813 people on the live. Everyone, if you just jumped in, the biggest thing that you could do for me. My father passed away last week, and I'm not trying to, I'm just... A lot of people said condolences, and what can I do for you? The one thing you can do is you can vote for me as we continue to move forward. Didn't take a day off for a reason, because my dad would never want me to crumble in a hole and cry my eyes out. He wanted me to be a strong man and stay strong, and that's what I did. I did exactly. These are my father's wishes, that I wouldn't sit there and whine like a baby for the rest of my life, that I would man up or woman up and get it done, because women are actually stronger than men. My wife is the strength of my life. But here, if you can vote for the Crypto Lifer here, I put a pinned link here in the comment. I see 800 new folks here on the live. So jump on in, hit this link. This link takes you to the community tab on BitBoy's website, BitBoy's YouTube channel, and then scroll down like 4, and please vote for the Lifer. This should be at 50%. Let's go. Let's get it moving. The community is strong. Let's show them how strong the Lifers are. Please run on in. 244 comments, and I've seen the comments rip since we started. That means like 50 of you have put in the comment section just ripping. Sam for the win. Sam Price all the way. Crypto Lifer, Sammy Cup and Handy. Let's go, Sam. Lifers. Wow. The Lifer is the GOAT. Lifer. Wow. You people are strong, hands down. Wow. That's just a funny one to me. Lifer 33. I just want to go to the newest comments in the last hour. Crypto Lifer. Wendy's hotter than Gareth. That's so funny. 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago, 2 hours. Oh, like they're not put in order. That's weird. Oh no, 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours ago, 15 minutes ago, Lifer, right? 11 minutes ago, it's Cody. Again, Sam, Crypto Lifer all the way, baby. Thank you so much, man. Lifer. You guys are awesome. But please vote for the Crypto Lifer. So far, we are winning the poll. Show them who we are. Let's show the entire world. This is how we show the world how strong our community really, really is. Okay. All right, so right now I'm bearish until, and what changes my bearish scenario? Well, if Bitcoin can make a macro move back above a certain resistance point, really the local area we have to get above is these two tops right here, boom, boom. And so if Bitcoin can get back above 27,800, it could be a resting spot that I could maybe flip back to bullish, but right now it's tough. At the 77, look at that every time on the 77. Right there. So weird. It stayed there for me too. 27.77. So smallest time frame, the 1 hour, the 1 minute. So the 1 minute just pumped up. See, this is what we were looking for. Want to see the 1 minute get a move, and now it's like it's bearishly retesting. Like it can't get back above the zone. Even the 1 minute, it's in kind of a bearish channel too as well. Like to me, I see this as like a bearish channel, and it's attempting to get back in the channel, but it's about to let go and dump even more. In my humble opinion, the 1 minute's about to let it go and dump even more. I'm going to add to the trade. And open up a short. Don't hit long on the wrong, right? I didn't put my stop loss yet. I will do that. Now I'm 292 at 13x leverage, about a 0.14 Bitcoin trade, and we'll go from there. I still have to get clarity in my head to see exactly how I want the trade to go. All right. Where's my liquidation levels? My liquidation level is 29,037. All right, with all the areas we'd have to get back above 27.5, we'd have to get back above 27.8. There's a lot of areas we'd have to get back above to remain bullish. So to me, it's a pretty solid liquidation level. So here's the deal. We're in a descending triangle now, as you can see. All right, and also what I pointed out is that we were in a diamond pattern, but we're already starting to kind of give up the level of the diamond. Like we're already kind of out there. You see this? We're already getting too far outside the diamond, like we're getting rejected by this level. you got to really get the, you could kind of try to use the wick and say you're in the wick. Okay. And we could get a bounce to the upside. I could see that happening. And we could even draw down, draw back in, and then move out. All right. Bitcoin getting that bounce on the 1 minute chart. Can it get enough? Can it get enough of a bounce here back to the upside? Now you do see some bullish divergence on the 1 minute. Finally, as this swings up, this swings down, but you're getting high in the Stokes, and you're not able to get it back above the previous resistance point. Like bounce, bounce. You have heavy resistance here, 27,156. All right. We're getting the pump, but to me, this is just induction. Look at short squeeze now. Tiny little short squeezes. Still way more liquidity down to the downside. And I could be wrong. Remember that. I'm not 100%. If I was 100%, then I'd be a bot, right? Usually it's a good time to buy into these wicks, right? I would add a little more to the short here personally on that as the wicks are coming in. I like to buy green when I'm shorting. I like to buy red when I'm long. And I don't have a lot in here too. I may even put more in as the trade starts to move and kind of add to it. But I don't risk a lot as I begin the trade. All right, and there's the retest there that we talked about almost in a way. Can't seem to get back inside these patterns. All right, the 1 minute gave it its all and just it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough in my humble opinion. Also suggesting that we could go lower. All right, unless we can punch. They're attempting to liquidate the shorts, but honestly, those are the people that just traded probably 100x leverage, like way too close to the bone. They usually get rid of those people first. People like you and me that trade humbly, 13x leverage, 14x leverage, and just take a little bit here and there. Okay. We are getting a bounce on this bullish divergence. I'll tell you, there's just a bullish divergence there because that's a swing down and that's a swing up. But you got to get back inside. You got to get back above 27,166. It's tough today. I'll be honest. I'm getting like, I don't know if it's because I'm sick, but my mind is like a little frazzled. Like I want to make it as clear as possible, but it's not easy. It's not perfect. Nothing is when you're trading. 1 hour is oversold. I like to get in when the 1 hour is oversold. 1 hour time frame is starting to try to make a bounce here to the upside. We could get a bounce. Smaller time frames are more bearish. Do we bounce back up here? Try to get back above the resistance? There's a chance, right? Well, I'm so sweaty. It's weird. I'm like covered in this film sweat. And I wouldn't be surprised if we went back to the top of this channel first before we eventually made the bigger dump. Like we came up here, induced a bunch of longs, went sideways, then they'd have all these stop losses here to just, right, to shred to the downside. So just, that's something I do see possible despite my trade. And I'll add to the trade as I go up, which will lower the liquidation. Raise the liquidation technically, right? So this is a possibility, but again, the smaller time frames have to get back above local resistance, which is right there, right? And I'm showing you this idea. If you even cut this off, I mean, that's a descending triangle right there with a big roof up, roof back in. And so I'm just seeing a lot of bearish scenarios. And if this falling wedge breaks down, that's going to continue down. If this bearish, this descending triangle breaks down, so doesn't look amazing, in my humble opinion. Does not look amazing. I even talked about the diamond, but the diamond is also pretty frazzled too. If we look at it on like the 5 minute time frame, price action is whacked today. Kind of already broke from the diamond. It could barely retest and drop to the downside. You try to include that in the diamond and you're kind of wrecking structure. And I'm pretty adamant and anal and OCD about my structure. That also helps me trade a lot because I have like rules with structure that just can't be broken. And look, you barely retested this area. You're kind of barely retesting again. 27 is holding. I'm proud. I mean, it's amazing right now, but it doesn't look amazing, right, for Bitcoin, right? There's a lot of bearish confluence going on right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did somehow make a move back to the top of the channel, 28,900, which is crazy. That would be a big move. I'd probably close the short even somewhat way before that. If we get above the point of control, I'll close the short there on the 5 minute, which is about 27,500. Okay. But to me, it looks like some big boy wants to sell a little more BTC, but also a good time to load up on Bitcoin for the long haul, right? I do believe loading up on Bitcoin for the long haul is a good idea. Now, we have some bearish divergence, bullish divergence in the 5 minute now as this swings up. And this is even marked here by the divergence indicator. And this is moving back up. All right. Kind kind of a slanted W. Hard to read. Some days Bitcoin is extremely hard to read. Some days it's not. It depends on the channel. It depends on what's happening. All right. I'm still getting mixed signals, right? It's not the easiest trading route. Remember, we were in a symmetrical triangle. The symmetrical triangle breaks down to 24,645, or it was going to break up. All right. The macro scale events here. So you can clearly see if we just break this down, Bitcoin will have to get above the local support at 27,800 to remain bullish. If it can't do that, it's likely going further to the downside. 6 hour looks to roll over too as well. And that's a bear flag, in my humble opinion. We've traded this type of stuff many times bullishly. You flip it upside down. You know, we trade that flag to the upside. So if you trade that to the upside, you flip it back the other way. Ooh. You flip it back the other way, you trade this to the downside. So that's another thing that I'm seeing that just doesn't look amazing. And we just roll over here. Like, see, it's already kind of rolling over. Look at that. And it's pointing to the downside there on the 6 hour, the stochastic, telling me that there's more pain coming. They're trying to pump the smaller time frames for whatever. They're attempting, right, to get people to long this so they can shred them down. They want more liquidity down here. You can tell their orders are already ready. Now they just need to kind of get their stepping stones back to the down. You know, they need more people to kind of get in here, retail. So they're going to make people retail think we're going to bounce back up. But to me, the charts are conveying that we're going to the downside. That's all. That's what the charts convey. And I could be wrong. But it's based on this descending triangle, which I've told you, like, in my lifetime, most of the time, a descending triangle dumps to the downside. It really does. Okay. Hard to close, too. You have to kind of go all the way here to close this. So, doesn't look amazing, in my humble opinion. That's a double top M pattern, too. You double topped at 29,684. All right, we're going to have to find a macro double bottom in a way to get us back above the zone. And I'm about to show you something macro, too, that coincides with all this that makes sense. You also lost a high volume node. If we bring it on in here on the 6 hour, you lost this high volume node. You're likely to come to this node at 24,677. So if we go to 24K, do not be surprised. All right, do not be surprised. Another thing I'm going to show you is the CME gaps. Who wants to see the CME gaps? I do. Me. Who doesn't want to see the CME gaps? All right. So where are our CME gaps? Where are they? Let's talk about them. Let's break it down. And did we lose a macro level? Did we lose this like macro diagonal resistance? And we did too. And you could try to fake it here. But no. Like, we lost that zone. Okay? We lost that zone that was important to hold. Anyway, CME gapping. Let's take a look. Our big CME gap that has not been filled is sitting here at 20,000. This would be a good place to just load up some orders here for BTC. All right. Not saying we're going to go that low, but there's a chance we go 27,000, 20,700. Definitely very, very plausible. All right. So don't be like surprised. Also, we went over the ideas that this could be a rising wedge, and rising wedges break down 68% of the time. All right. And you usually drop down to where you began, which would coincide with this area. You lost this high volume node. You'd come back down into this chunk. You lose this. I mean, you could even go all the way back down to 16K. I'm just, I'm not trying to scare everybody, but if you're not ready for the worst case scenario, then you're not ready for crypto. You got to understand that the worst things could happen. Things that you do not believe could happen can happen. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's not what you believe. It's not what you feel. This is the facts. The facts of life come through trading every single time. You just have to understand that. All right. 29%, baby. You guys are rocking it. You guys are rocking it. You guys are rocking it. And it was one day ago. They're keep the votes open, but man, you guys are rocking it. Absolutely rocking it. 4,000 votes. We got 30% of those votes. My community is so strong. It's unbelievable. You guys have shown why you just build a community organically. You can't beat an organic movement. You just can't. So CME gap right there too, just to show you. All right. I'm not saying we're definitely going there, but hey, that's the last CME gap. That's the closest one that we could definitely touch on. All right. So CME gapping to the downside. So there's our Binance idea right now. Bitcoin trying to get back above. It went low, but it got bought back up. Maybe it's all the ordinals that people are printing. They're buying Bitcoin, and that could create just a discrepancy in why you think price action won't go where it's supposed to go. You get it? Because like everyone's buying ordinals. So when the price goes down, they're like, oh, I'm going to buy some more ordinal. And that could actually, create a frenzy here. All right. $15-minute also, I usually don't open up a short when the 15 minutes this low. Usually not my best, 7-minute wants to bounce. So the 15-minute, the 7-minute, all the time frames want to get a bit of a bounce. You do see some bullish divergence there too as well, as that's flat and that's swinging down. I just don't see the buy pressure coming in. And I still see way more liquidity to the low side than to the upside. And you bearishly retested the 200 SMA on the 7. You bearishly retested it here on the 15 and slumped down. So even if you get a pump back up, it just doesn't look amazing, in my humble opinion. Doesn't look good at all. And eventually, liquidity is going to dry up on a Thursday. Just Thursday, as we head into the summer months, it gets tougher and tougher. All right. So small time frames suggest a bounce. The 30-minute, 1 hour, 15-minute, they all do suggest a bounce. Usually I would wait to be, above the stochastics to open up a short. I'm kind of going against some of my rules here. But what I'm going to do is if we get to those levels, I'm going to add to the short. You get it? And just kind of let it play out. The 4 hour's attempting to round. See, it's trying to round, saying, hey, I've hit a low. And technically, it's a bullish divergence. But you have to go through the wick, which I find really strange. But hey, this would be the first time I've really backtested this. And we can kind of look at it the next time we see a wick and we go through it and say, well, we still made a move. You look, lack of bullish momentum, too. There's just no bullish momentum. My humble opinion, we're going lower, all right, based on the charts. The charts suggest we go lower. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Can the 4 hour, could you make the diamond including the wick? You'd have to use the wick to make the diamond, which I don't like to do personally. I like to make the candles, but here, so you could say, okay, we're still in somewhat of a diamond here and we could reverse back to the upside. I'm just trying to give myself both bearish and bullish scenarios so I'm not biased one way. So I'm open-minded to the trade, all right? But I see this also letting go and just drooping. 6 hour and the 8 hour both seem to be rolling over as well, in my humble opinion. So only time will tell. Small moves in the smaller time frames, and I believe the short will continue to the downside. So that's Bitcoin today in a nutshell. And now let's look at the macro ideas that I had going for you, for each and every one of us here, talking on the all-time history index. Okay? So here's the deal. Wow, the sweat is trickling down my back. That's great, though, that my body's pushing out all the toxins. I feel so much better already. Today, I believe, is the day I will recover fully. Tomorrow, no, it's not going to be like happened yesterday. It's just not happening. I'm not going to go into that. It's just not happening. It's not going to happen. It's just not. It's mind over matter, right? So here's the deal. We talked about this again on... So here, let's go to the 2-day chart. So here's some macro ideas that I went over. Now, the 21 crossed the 200 SMA on the 2-day chart. And what I said is, let's go back. And just because it happened doesn't mean it's going to happen again. But I'm just, here's where the 21 crossed the 200 right there. And price action would stay above the 200 SMA. All right? Right now, we're above the 200 SMA too. That's a really good sign for Bitcoin, right? Macro ideas say we could easily go to 24,009. Could even probably test 24,000. And we'd still be more bullish than bearish in this idea that I'm showing you. All right? So the white line crosses the yellow line. Massive move to the upside. The white line crosses the yellow line. Bitcoin goes from 5,000 all the way up to 13,900. Dang near does a 3x. Okay? And then we look again here. All right? Another time where it happened. It only happened, like, you can see, like 4 times in Bitcoin since the last 7 years. This has only happened 4 times. The 21 crosses the 200 SMA, and that's a massive rally. And we go all the way back to the all-time history index. And here we are again. All right? And then you're too early for the 200 SMA at this point, but it probably would have crossed. Then you see, when does the 21 cross? Like the 100, because that's all you have back here. So look, the first Bitcoin rally ever started when the 21 crossed. Look at this. The 21 crossed the 50 right there on January 10th. And that started this macro event for Bitcoin. Okay? So whenever you see the 21 crossing a larger, bigger, a bigger moving average. So there's the first time. Number 1, 21 crosses the 50. And I had to use the 50 because that's all we had back then. And that is in 2010. All right. Now let's keep it moving. And that rally was just out of control. We would never see the 21 go below. And we have the 21 go below. It doesn't. And it happens way later, right? You get the dump first when the 21 crosses the 50. That's something you want to look at also for dumps. Okay. But then we come here and we get the 21 crossing the 50 here on the 2-day chart. And we get a little bit of a rally from about $4 all the way to $7, almost a double up. We go sideways. The 21 then crosses the 200 here again, and we go from $6.95 all the way up to $15. All right. Remember, that's when time frames were really small. But after that happened, look, we would never make a low lower than that low. You get it? Like, that was a little flag there, and we would go all the way from $6. If you look here, and this rally would continue all the way till we hit about $186. Remember, $6, and on a wick we went to 265. So 265 divided by 6, you know, like, wow, right? You're talking about 44x for Bitcoin, okay? Then again, we don't see it again. Boom, boom, boom. We see the 21 cross the 50. Remember that, dump city. When you see the 21 coming for the 50 on the 2-day chart, it's usually not a good sign. Here we go again. We get the 21 to cross here in 2015. Bitcoin's $281, and it would go from 281, 10xing to 20,000, basically 100xing, right? If I'm correct, because it was 281. Let's see, 20,000 divided by 281, a 71x for Bitcoin. All right, it does get diminishing returns. Remember that. Here we go again. Look, the 21 crosses the 50. No good. That's a sign it's time to be getting out. If you didn't get out, or if you see it happening, that's a front runnage. Again, the 21 crosses the 200 SMA. We get the rally back up to 13K where we are now. And when was it time to get out of that rally? Well, we went sideways, making people think this is a bull flag and we would continue up. It was pretty nice. But what would happen is the 21 would cross the 50. And as I showed you before, no good. Again, here we have the 21 crossing the 200 SMA, the white line crossing the yellow line. And that would be your, and again, we saw a very similar little flag, right, 10 years ago, similar to that. And then that would be the beginning of another massive rally for Bitcoin. Until what? The 21 crosses the 50, tells you the time to get out. 21 crosses the 50. Now, you may not sell the top, but you'd sell somewhere dang near the top if you see the 21's coming for the 50-day moving average. And you would look at it something like this. It would be front-running it. You'd be seeing that the 21's curving, the 50's there, and they start getting far away from each other too. All right? I trade with moving averages. They are so deadly. Everyone doesn't think they're accurate because they don't study them as much as me. They are latent as all heck. But if you understand how they move, you can play the latency to your favor. So here we go again. The 21 crossed the 200. And usually the price action kind of stays near it, right? It stays in some type of flag, does something funky. So I'm watching this 2-day flag. And we're oversold in the 2-day chart. And it suggests that, yeah, we may go lower. Like, we could open this up. Okay? And we could go all the way back down here to about 24,600. All right. We could even go even lower. Right? We can make this even a little more, vertical. And we could drop down to here, which is about 25,005. And we could even wick down to this area, wick back in, come back up, wick back down again. And that's going to be a falling wedge. And I showed everybody that, Sammy cup and Hattie to the upside. Used to do that all the time, right? And we're looking at this idea that we could be in a bowl. And I'm not guaranteeing these things, and I'm not saying we can't go to 10K. I just want to make this very, very clear. I'm just showing you what the charts convey, all right? And to go against the charts 100%, to me, isn't the best look. Also, I've been mentioning the weekly bullish divergence here that suggests that we did bottom for Bitcoin, that the bottom is in for Bitcoin, all right? Despite all the bearishness and everyone freaking out, you do not. When's the last time you saw a weekly divergence this strong? Where this swung up, well, that swung to the downside. And we could search for it, all right? And if you see something on a macro chart that you don't see a lot, in my mind, you have to heed it. You do whatever you want, but in my mind, you have to heed it. So, like, when's the last time we saw a run-up here? And the only time I can really see it here is, like, there's a slight hidden bullish here, which this swung up, and this is kind of more flat. There's, like, a slight hidden bullish there that played out, all right? And then I kept looking for it. Here, there was the very, very slight divergence, but not really. Not really. Okay. Here, I guess you could say this is a class C because that's a sharp move down, and that move is not as sharp. And look what happened. I mean, there was a pump out of that. All right. But still, we don't see it as pronounced as what we just saw on the weekly. And here's our most, this is kind of flat and this moves up, right? That's the best thing I can see from 2015 in August that looks anything like what we're seeing now. All right. And that was our bottom again, despite what anybody said. So I'm not claiming to know it all. I'm not claiming to tell you that it's all going to go exactly as I see it and I know it all and this is that. I'm just showing you things that I do not see a lot of the other technical analysts. Like I scan, I go over a little bit when I can. I don't see them mentioning these ideas at all. All right, I just don't. So that is a bullish divergence on the weekly. I'm showing you right now in the last, 12 years of Bitcoin's life, we've never had one as pronounced. And that shows you that there's a big move coming for Bitcoin from this move further to the upside. So yes, we can go lower. And do we fill that CME gap? I'm not sure about that. We're a little, but we could. Anything could happen. But I see us more in this falling wedge. And eventually, even on the weekly, look at the weekly starting to kind of, like that's not a huge dump for the weekly to go from there to there. Like that one. And even from here, I mean, look at the last time the weekly turned on the stochastics, the bears went full control. Now we've moved that far and like it doesn't seem as, they're just not as strong as they were before. 10-day chart does suggest a massive dump could come. You see that? We're very high on the 10-day chart. But that could even just kind of, follow suit. And we could go, it could be a longer pole. I mean, a longer falling wedge. I'm not saying we can't test this point of control at 19K. That would fill that gap. And that would cause max pain and scare a lot of people. Usually I like that because I like those shakeouts. They get a lot of the fake money out, the weak hands out. But your 4-day chart starting to get ready. The 3-day chart starting to get oversold extremely. The 2-day chart extremely oversold too, double bottoming inside the stochastics. And, even the daily here curving and saying, hey, I've had enough of the dump. So macro looks pretty decent to me. When I look at the macro, it says another bank is going to collapse. It says that the financial system is on the rocks and that Bitcoin's going to take control. So when I say it's over on the thumbnail today, I mean it. I mean, the traditional banking system is over. We're going to have to find a way to rebuild. It's a parasitic system that never really cared about the people that were involved. It takes your money and just uses it to their advantage over and over again. Shout out to the 29%. God bless you all for helping us. So far, we're taking control. 3 out of 9 likes. Love you all. I hit the like button already, as you can see. Everyone, keep voting. Don't stop. It's like the Patriots. Just when we're up 2-3 touchdowns doesn't mean we can't go in for another one. If you're just joining the channel, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for jumping on in. 810 people on the live, 486 likes. What you want to do is you want to hit this YouTube link here that's pinned in the comment section below. All right. This will take you right to the community section here. All right. And then scroll down. Yep, exactly. 1 week from today, BitSquad is heading down to film some big events and show out. Are we going to see you there? Comment below. Yep, I'm going to be there. So cool. And hit this. Scroll down here and please vote for Crypto Lifer. Let's get to 30%. I know we can get to 30%. It's so simple. All right. Hit the comment section. Right. Hit this on the pinned comment. Head it to this channel and hit that vote for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. So we've gone over the macro. We've gone over the micro. I've showed you a trade. And look, now, the trade isn't going too well. Let's take a look here. We're down $12. I don't like to lose money. I just want to make that clear. But I do see I do see a lot of bearishness in the channel. It says the smaller time frames may get us back up. But they're not, look, these are small liquidations on shorts. And we could even go sideways throughout the day. I wouldn't be surprised if we went sideways. This says that eventually when this all settles, they're just trying to entice people to long right now. They're doing a bad job of it, but they're trying to mentally get people into longing right now so they can have more stop losses. They want more. They want more Bitcoin. So they need you to get liquidated. They need more stops in there so they can get more Bitcoins. That's just how it works. All right. So I'm going to stay inside the trade, maybe even add to the trade if we pump up a little more. All right. Now down $14. That's kind of whack compared to, I don't like losing $14. But it's okay. It's okay. So macro scale for Bitcoin, we could continue down this flag, and then the flag could continue to the upside. Measured move for that if we break out. And I'm just showing you what could possibly happen. That's 37,800. All right. Again, we're playing with this high volume node here. We could easily gap back down to 23 and easily back into this $19,000 level. That would close that CME gap as well. So I went over both bearish and bullish scenarios for you. I wasn't all one way. I want to make that really clear. All right. Because to win trades, you can't say it has to be this or it has to be that, because when you do that, then it has to be. And then you get devastated when it doesn't go your way. And it's like, oh, but it's not supposed to go your way. It's supposed to go the way the charts convey. There's really no other way. You know what I mean? So you can't get upset when a trade doesn't go well. Just say, hey, I took the probabilities the best I could. I went with it the best I could. All right. So, I mean, I do see a bounce back here. The 50-minute suggests a bounce is coming. All right. For sure. All right. I could play along back up to here. Right. But you can see the major level that we can't get back above. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Bang. All right. So I still see this as a bear flag that could break us down to 25,481. All right. To the downside. And I'm sticking to it. So smaller time frames want to bounce Bitcoin back up. And if everything goes more correct, let's look at our 30-second chart. We'll just continue making these descending triangles that are just, right? And that will dump to the downside as well. So even the smaller time frames don't look amazing. I guess you could say a head and shoulder there, and now you can't get above macro support or resistance there at 21,186, 27,186 too. So this is a 30-second chart. Also doesn't look amazing. And you're going a low, a high, a low, a lower low, a lower high, a higher low, but it's just, I don't know. And I'll tell you, by 2 o'clock today, this is going to dry up. This liquidity is going to dry up. This liquidity is going to dry up. All right. So 27,143 and 64 cents, 33 cents. I still believe that if the charts do convey that I will win this short, but you never know. You never know. All right. I pride myself on being right most of the time, so we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see what happens. Smaller time frames do want to bounce back up, but that doesn't mean we will. All right. I'm going to add to this short again. Okay. Liquidation is 29,043. Fair price is 21.23. All right. Which I feel like I got in earlier than that, but right. And entry price, 27,069 is the entry price. Okay. All right. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. The macro, broke down a lot of things for you. And met people like, but Lifer, I thought you were a perma bull. How come you're not telling us we're going to the upside? Because I'm not a perma bull. I'm not a perma bear. I'm not a moon boy. I'm just someone that shows you exactly what the charts convey. I will tell you that I've seen Bitcoin break out of descending triangles before. All right. And it does suggest that we would get a bounce back to the upside here at one point. And I'll see low liquidity Thursday by 1 or 2 o'clock. I may even just close the trade because you just don't get the liquidity that you're looking for on a Thursday afternoon. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. Let's look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrencies. See what's happening for the total market cap. Feels good to be back to somewhat myself. Not 100%, but definitely better than I was yesterday. I finally got a full night of sleep too. That's the one thing. Even though I was sick, I couldn't get a full night of sleep no matter how hard I tried. I think I was taking like too much vitamin D before I went to bed, and it was keeping me so energetic. So the total market cap says people could buy the dip here of these altcoins, you see? And we could stay inside of this idea, which is actually somewhat bullish, okay? And the daily would flip us back up, and we could then pump all the way up there to the target, which is $1.66 trillion. We're still above $1 trillion, all right? But we could lose this and come back down for a double bottom at 878. But as long as we hold this trend line, we could kind of go up and down there. So if Bitcoin slips, but people want to buy into altcoins, that's a good thing. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance is still holding inside of a very similar ascending triangle too. And it's oversold on the daily time frame. Oversold on multiple time frames. 33-minute, the 4-hour time frame. So when I look at it, I do this. Keep it righteous. Bang. This could go all the way to 55. Could it? I mean, I don't, we got to get back above this heavy resistance for BTC. If we look at the daily, like resistance. And honestly, there's two things. This could fall down and it could take down altcoins and Bitcoin. I just want to make that clear. Just because it's fallen doesn't mean always altcoins are going to move. All right. What you have to do is you have to look at Tether dominance in conjunction with Bitcoin dominance and see what's going on. If Bitcoin dominance can hold here, though, there's a chance it could pump back up. If Bitcoin goes on a major tear and another bank collapses, like if next week we see another bank collapse and the U.S. is about to default in June, like we're 1 month away from defaulting on our own debt. And the only way to do that is to borrow more money. It's like a kid that keeps borrowing money from his mom and dad and doesn't want to pay the bills and racks up credit cards. If anyone else did what the U.S. government is doing, we'd all be broke. And, if I ran my company like they run the U.S. government, I would be broke, right? But we always put some away for a rainy day. We have a bigger balance than we do loss. We keep less debt than we do on the balance sheet. So, I have us equaled out. Like, I did the right thing for my company, but it doesn't look like the U.S. government does. They just continue to borrow. And then they say, you got to raise the debt ceiling or we're not going to. So basically, you got to tell, it's like a junkie. You got to say, hey, you have to be able to borrow more money now to pay off your parents from all the money that you stole. And it's like, but how do I do that? So look, and they keep trying to hit the shorts out because they know the shorts are probably correct. So they keep trying to hit the shorts out. It's an interesting day. That's why I'm not going to risk too much here too as well. Right. I'm not going to go all in or, put in like $10,000 at 3x leverage or something insane. I still have to kind of trust that the idea, not use my emotions. My emotions kind of keep you rocky. They're like, oh, maybe I should close. What did I do? If I stay calm, cool, and collective, it says that we're going to end up somewhere down here at 26,500. All right. Look, there's a short squeeze, 27,180. And that makes sense. Remember, if we go back to the smaller time frame, they're all oversold, and they suggest that we would get somewhat of a bounce. But how big of a bounce? It really, it doesn't look amazing. Even the 5-minute chart is in a descending triangle, like kind of feels. Even the 5-minute chart, even if it pumps back up here to this level at for Bitcoin dominance even, So let's go back to BTC and look at the 5-minute chart. But even the 5-minute chart doesn't look amazing, right? All right, we got the double bottom. That's a double bottom bounce. Getting overbought here. Guess we could go more like this. So like the only way I would flip long is if like we basically break these highs here. Even this high has to be taken back, 27,967. But the first high is this wick here. Like Bitcoin would have to get back above 27,642, and then I would close the short. I'd be like, all right, I get it. I'd close the short. You see? It's more likely we drop like this, and then, we take a spill. Hey, what's going on? You never come here during my live. Everyone, please get yourself a treasure today. Not your keys, not your cheese. This is the Treasure Touch. I have a link to it in the description below. I do get a commission from it. I would greatly appreciate you get yourself a hardware wallet today. It puts me at so much ease. The other day I went through all my different exchanges, and I was able to put Bitcoin back, all the Bitcoins that I bought over here or over there, Binance US, MEXC Global, KuCoin, because I added all over the place, and I cleaned it up. I put them all to one wallet. Really good idea to do. Make sure that you're doing that and securing your future with a hardware wallet. That way you will never be like a Celsius person wishing that you had money, somewhere else and watching that platform take all your funds. So just be careful with all exchanges. I love them. Even the ones I use, they're great, but I would be careful with all exchanges. All right. And now they're liquidating more shorts. Look at this. They're liquidating shorts that were just 200x'd. And let's take a look at what the shorts look like on the liquidation indicator. How many shorts are kind of lingering? What's happening here? We'll look at the consolidation of shorts on the 15-minute time frame. There it is there, liquidation levels V2 by mlapications.com, LL. Interesting. So we do have more macro shorts down here than longs. It tells me we can even come down and hit that basically, See, it coincides with BOOKMAP. See, BOOKMAP has a liquidity down here, and here you see all the stop losses. 100x shorts, 50x, longs. So 100x longs, 50x longs, 25x. These are all the longs. These are the shorts. There's just far more longs to eat than the shorts. All right. And again, we'll eventually get a bearish divergence on this indicator too. Even on the you'll get a bearish divergence when it comes to how many people are getting shorted and how many people got eaten up, right? Look at even the volume here. You have a move up, but the volume kind of slight moves down, and that's a divergence there too. We're battling 27,200. Top of the channel here. It's a hard day to trade for sure. It's not easy at all today. This is like mental math right now. 5 minutes says we come back down to the bottom of the pattern yet again. You know, makes me want to add to the short again. I just keep, oh man, what did I do that for? Hit the wrong button. Now I got to flash close that. Sorry, everyone. Not feeling well. Maybe I should have done it, you know, but open up a short again. We're going to eat into those longs. You know what I mean? Down 17 bucks, not a big deal. I can handle it. I'm a big boy. I'll be all right. So, and again, maybe we get shredded and I trade the wrong way. It looks very, very strange today. I'm getting mixed signals for sure. But I'm just conveying that I see that they're enticing longs for some reason and liquidating shorts, but only shorts that are extremely high leverage. They can't seem to get the shorts that are poised and positioned, right? And even to see here, we're kind of in this trend. That trend line looks like it may start to folly a little bit. We could even open this up more and says it's going to come further down. And then, you know, and look, a high, a low, a higher, a lower high. Suggest you'll make a lower low, and similar ideas here too as well. And keep talking about how we lost macro points of control. Like we lost this big area here. We're slumping to the downside. And again, I could be wrong. Remember that. I'm not right 100% of the time. I wish I was. I wish every single time I'd open up a trade, I nailed it. But it's not the case, right? That's not how it works. But managing risk and just being able to kind of hang out until the trade begins or ends is the key. All right. I didn't put my stop loss or my take profit yet because I'm still kind of like looking at where I really want to end the trade, you know. But I have faith that the trade will go in my favor over time. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll close it. I'll flash close it. If we get back above 27,626, I will leave the trade. All right. So if I see, a sign that we bounce back up here and we come here and we bullishly confirm that, or we break up here and bullishly hit that, I'll close or I'll close. Those are two areas I'm going to close with a minimal loss. Maybe a $60 loss at that point. So they're definitely playing games with the market, though. I'll tell you that. They're definitely playing games with the market today. They like to do that because they get everyone off on CPI data day. You know what I'm saying? You make your own system so that doesn't become a possibility. Mr. Lifer, with everything going on, sir, take a break for yourself. God bless you and your family. You've been rough with the charts. Feel better, and please take a break. I don't know what that means. I'm not responsible enough to have a fortune in a USB device. What if the wallet gets water damage or something? You could take this and throw it in the garbage. You can throw this in a whale can eat it. And all you have to do is know the seed phrase, and you can restore the seed phrase from anywhere in the world. Yeah, you don't need the physical thing. You know what I mean? You don't. You just need you need the actual seed phrase. And I have ways to actually hide the seed phrase from anyone that finds it. And I can't really even convey that. You're going to have to come up with your own ideas. But there's a bunch of different ways to do it. I thought about a perfect way, and my way is perfect. So you'd have to put a gun to my head, and I always have a loaded gun. I shouldn't say it, but I'm always loaded, ready to go at all times. So just remember that if anyone wants to, I am always locked. I literally sleep. So I understand. You know, I take a risk as being a known crypto YouTuber person, whatever you want to say. But I keep myself always ready to rock no matter what. So here's the deal. The only way, someone would have to say, give me the seed phrase. You know what I mean? Give me the seed phrase. And I'd be like, I have it with two people, and I'd have to call those two people, and then we'd have to put people together. And then, so you write down half the seed phrase, give it to maybe someone really close to you. You write the other half down and give it to someone even closer to you. And you ask them both to keep that, right? Then you also can have a fail safe. You can even use SHA-256, which makes 2 or 3 people having to use it too as well. Usually you give one word to some family members. Yeah, exactly. You can leave one word off and only give that word to 2 or 3 people. So if someone ever did bring it into your house or get your seed phrase, they wouldn't really know it. Yeah, you could put a fake word somewhere in the middle of the seed phrase, and then you can hide the real word somewhere else, somewhere unknown. So there's so many ways to do it. So remember, you don't have to have the actual seed phrase. If you don't trust yourself, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to trust somebody. Sam keeps that thing on him at all times. Yeah, keep a thing. Yeah, Lumper, just research, man. Negative Lumper, write down the 12 to 24 ways seed phrase, mnemonics, follow the lifer's advice, or drop them in his safe deposit boxes if you want to. I wouldn't do that. I think there could always be a weirdo at the bank that has that key, and then they could rumble through your safety deposit box and then take out your private key. So I would never leave. If I did, the private key would have to be, again, like I said, like disguised in some way where the person couldn't really figure out exactly how to put the and you can also memorize your own seed phrases, which are not the hard. They're pretty hard. At 24 words may be a little more difficult if you have multiple wallets, but you could definitely memorize a 12-word seed phrase and keep it in your mind for the rest of your life. And who's the wiser? So get yourself a hardware wallet today. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Memory is the only way. That's not true. It's not the only way. I've thought of foolproof ways that I figured out, but I can't tell everyone because they're my own. And one day I was like, man, I wish I could tell people, but I can't. They're my ways. So you got to find your own way. Yeah, I would never put it in a safety deposit box, honestly. I just don't. I don't trust the people at the bank to if there's a real Armageddon, a real big thing, I really don't trust the people at the bank will be able to get you through there. Okay. The guy's like, you've been rough with the charts. Like, what is that supposed to mean? You know what I mean? I've been pretty money on the chart, man. Like, I'm telling you, we're about to short, and it's highly likely we're going to. All right. Honestly, rough with the charts. Look at the charts, man. The charts have been rough with themselves. Like, this is not easy. Anyway, that's trolling. Isn't that trolling? Didn't that dude just troll me? Am I wrong, or did he troll me? You know? Let's start a poll. Did you vote for me? Did you vote for me in the BitBoy TA poll? All right. Did you vote for me in the BitBoy TA poll? And remember, how would you do that? We pin the comment up here. Super easy. So after you vote here, you can hit this vote, hit the link. It takes you to the BitBoys channel. Hit community. Scroll on down. And bam, we're at 29 now. Can we get higher, man? I can't believe we stopped at that moment. Let's go to 30. Let's give ourselves a padding here. Let's keep it moving in case one of these people tries to bot us or something. I'll run all their bots to there. Let's keep it moving, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. Keep voting. Keep voting. Keep voting. All right? I really appreciate it. 750 people on the live, 539 likes, $28 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. I only focus on the love. I don't focus on anything else. Okay? You've been pretty rough with the chart. When you're sick, things kind of stick on you. You know what I mean? You've been pretty rough with the chart. It's just funny to me. Anyway, yeah. So I still see this as a falling wedge. As a flag, a bearish flag, even though it's wedgy, but it's a bearish flag. You can't, you lost macro previous highs. Again, if we get back above this point of control at 27,600, we break this high, then I'll close the short. You get it? But right now, the shorts say they're still in control. And look at Bitcoin just going from 27,180 to 20. Like, it's just ridiculous price action. And look, had this been, accomplished, the shorts would have kept running up. They would have run up into the shorts, right? Now, if enough people start shorting and put a stop loss here, fine, right? But you did see there was way more people longing than shorting, in my humble opinion. And look, they got 589,000 longs, 10,000 long. 89,000. So they're trying to get as many people as they can before they fill up these bags. And they could be spoofing right now. But look, you're going all the way to 26,000, 26,500. Look at the red. The heat map shows the order book, shows how many people were kind of sitting in one place. That suggests that we're going lower into this area. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure, but this is about 80 to 90. I'd say this is about 85% accurate when it says that's what's going down. Okay. Okay. NASDAQ getting a pump. The futures on the 5-minute chart And literally all you had to do is play this bullish divergence on the NASDAQ for the move to the upside. Pretty simple, actually. That's simple trading. I'm going to start trading NASDAQ futures. Why not? Looks like it's easier to trade than Bitcoin. All right. I'm on to you guys. I know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Funny price action for the NASDAQ futures, NQ. And you don't have to be like, I mean, even my indicator called out the bullish divergence there too. To the upside. Boom. Nailed it. Right? He's on the 10-second chart. It's so funny. The 5-second. The 5 seconds got the bearish divvy now. It tells you to get out. Right? Or is this a flag that could pump? Just trying to like give him some insight to what I may see. I mean, okay, and back into the idea. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We see how many people we got kicking it with us. 11:45. I can't believe that. I thought it was like, I have no idea it was 11:45. I hadn't looked at the time yet. Short trade is overcrowded with hedges. Crypto, if you're underwater with a number of coins, would you cut your losses and sell and wait for impending dump and then get into the coins you truly believe in? I can't tell you what to do, man. I can't. Because I plan out all what I'm doing. So right now, like if I am underwater in coins right now, they're 1 to 2 year holds. So I don't stress it at all. And I don't put enough in. Like I make sure I'm making more money that month that I'm underwater. So I'd cover my underwaters by trades that I'm making. Like for instance, say I was underwater, like I am underwater in some AGIX buys that I made a little too high, right? But I plan on holding AGIX for 2 years, so I don't really care. And I've made more money this month trading than I am underwater. So I'm still above water. You get what I'm saying? So you'd have to have a plan for yourself. You have to stick to your plan. Is it a 2 year hold? Is it a 1 year hold? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but you got to have a plan and stick to it. All right? You have to be like, this is a swing trade, and if it went below this, I'm cutting it off. Or this is a long-term hold, and I don't really care what happens. I'm going to continue to DCA. And it's either one of those two things. It seems like you kind of decided to do both, and now you don't know what to do. All right? I mean, this flag could continue here for the NASDAQ. Because once they have to print money for that debt ceiling, full port. I thought you like bring the ship into the port. I'm going full port. You know what I mean? He's like all the way Natalie Portman. I'm at the port, man, waiting for Natalie. That's a line I made. I'm in the port, man, waiting for Natalie. What does the 1 hour suggest? The 1 hour suggests you're going to move. You know? The 1 hour suggests that you could blast off. Interesting. So that this is your little flag here, right? Lack of bearish divvy, or lack of bearish momentum on the on NQ. This is NASDAQ futures. What's going on here? Copy link. Oh, I was using like Alt V. Interesting. You have hidden bullish too, which tells you that the trend could continue to the upside. That's nice. Huh. You guys got me thinking. You got me thinking. You got me thinking. And that brings me to the news, everybody. At about 11:50, a little later than normal, I got caught up in the charts. Charts were tough. Sometimes there's been a few times that I come to my channel and I just say, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go at all. Like, even with all the TA, I'm just like, you know what? It's just like a surfer. Some days it's the day to trade the waves, to surf the waves, and some days it's the day to just sit back on the beach and relax. You know, if you're pushing yourself to trade every single day of your life, there has to be some in the middle behavior every once in a while. Yeah. And everybody, let's jump on into the news. And yeah, let's break it down for you real quick. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day on my channel, Crypto Lifer, I bring you the news. That's right. I kind of show you what's happening. We talk about, innovations. What if something like Sports Illustrated launches new Polygon-based box office ticketing platform? Oh my God, something like this. Sports Illustrated and Polygon, more big names are going to be meshing in with the Web3 idea and with our crypto coins. Physical is going digital in more ways than one. Sports Illustrated has been joining the ranks of traditional magazine publishers looking for innovative digital-first maneuvers to keep their brands relevant. For Sports Illustrated or SI, it's led down the path of self-service ticketing. Over the past week, SI has launched Box Office, the brand fresh new take on ticketing. Ticketing has been the top of the mind for NFT advocates since the earliest stages of NFT evolution. The fit is a natural. Ticketing has long been dominated by high-fee rigid industry that has lacked the innovation for a long time. Ticket resale has been on a focal point of U.S. regulatory discussion, and the industry has gone largely unchanged. Furthermore, regardless of the lack of innovation throughout the industry, ticketing often just feels like a hand-in-glove fit for NFT solutions. At its core, ticketing is generally seen as a straightforward peer-to-peer transaction between typically two trusted parties, right in the wheelhouse of what NFTs can potentially optimize. Amazing to see Polygon and Sports Illustrated. We'll take a look at the Polygon chart, see if that is getting affected at all with that movement today. Well, one of the first ICOs I ever got into was Tix. It was like tickets, and it was the same idea. They sold us a dream, never really completed on it. I put half a Bitcoin into that when it was 3,000. Sad to say, I lost my $1,500, and that could have been a half a Bitcoin that turned into 35,000. But hey, I haven't won every single thing that I've done in my investing life. Again, and I'm not a financial advisor. Not like I say Andy should be taking as financial advice, just to make clear. But you're going to take some bumps along the road. It's how you deal with those bumps. So I have definitely things that have happened to me in the past that weren't perfect. Circle refuses to hold longer dated treasuries on concern U.S. government might default. Circle, the issue of USDC stablecoin, is refusing to hold treasuries that mature beyond early June amid concerns U.S. politicians will fail to agree to raise the debt ceiling, risking a default on the U.S. government debt, CEO Jeremy Allaire told Politico. We don't want to carry exposure through a potential breach of the ability of the U.S. government to pay its debts. Circle Reserve Fund, which is managed by BlackRock. And this would make sense if the IMF is in cahoots with our politicians. They would say, hey, listen, let's default on the debt. Let's collapse the dollar, right? Let's get people into the CBDC. Let's freak them out. Because they need every single time the central banks of the world have moved us from one system to the other, they've used a man-made, devastational process. Like they want people to think things are horrible. They scare the citizens into remittance. Do what we tell you to do. Stay scared, I always tell everyone, how do you scare a city? You create scarcity, right? Scarcity, scare a city. Isn't that interesting? The words are together. But remember, anyone that's pushing you into fear, like where's the debt? Anytime you see the news and it's trying to push you into fear, remember, they're attempting to control you. Through fear, you control many, many people. If you're not afraid, it's very hard to be controlled. That's why they don't like people believing in themselves. They don't like people building themselves up. They want to break you down. They want you to drink alcohol. That's why every commercial is alcohol, alcohol. And it's so funny that they push alcohol during sports events when nobody on that court or nobody on that field is drinking alcohol to hit their highest potential. Yet they sell alcohol during the commercials. It doesn't make any sense. Like, was Tom Brady drinking beer before? I mean, there was one guy, I guess David Wells was hammered during, but that's an exception to the rule. Circle's USDC is the second largest stablecoin after Tether. with about 29 billion worth in circulation, according to the data compiled by the block. In a statement accompanying the quarterly results Tuesday, Tether said 85% or its reserves are held in cash, cash equivalents, and other short-term deposits. This is, when someone with that much money doesn't want to get down, you know what I mean? It could be a problem. It could be a problem too. So that's not a good sign, honestly, that a company holding stablecoins does not want to commit to their U.S. Treasury. It used to be kind of the easiest yield you could find, and the most, basically the most substantial people are like, all right, they're not going to default on the debt, so I'll always be able to make money on the treasuries. That's not the case. Circle isn't alone shedding treasuries that mature after the X date. The yield on treasury bill maturing May 23rd has declined to about 4.2%, while the yield for the bill maturing June 13 has risen to nearly 5.5, according to the data from Bloomberg. The two notes yield roughly the same at the end of March. That's pretty crazy, And developers deploy Uniswap contracts on Bitcoin as BRC20 SHIB, PEPE, and gain popularity. Interesting. And there was a PEPE on BRC20 way before the PEPE that we knew now. A group of developers have deployed Uniswap smart contracts onto the Bitcoin network to capitalize the rise of BRC20 tokens and to develop the decentralized finance ecosystem. Called Trustless Market, the protocol has racked up daily volumes of 500,000 over 200,000 users. Providers earn 2% of the cut on all swaps conducted on the network. Almost most of these tokens are meme coins instead of tokens that may be used in a sophisticated DeFi application built on Bitcoin. But it still counts as a start. And you can go to brc20.io, which I've been putting a lot of my people on. We started getting in early. And wow, that market cap was at $1 billion, already back down to 409. Half a million dollars has been taken out. But there's my VMPX right there, right? Back at 20 cents. We were getting in at 3 cents, still holding some nice gains, about a 7x, depending, 6 cents if you got in a little later, depending where you got in. Market cap's 21 million. It was 33 already. It got a bit of a sell-off already. The volume's 411,000. But I believe over time, these inscriptions could go up to some major, major values. I'm just going to hold it. And I put 750 in. Either I lose the 750 completely. It was a completely, again, I'm not a financial advisor. It was a complete speculation move for me. And I could have sold off, but I wasn't even sure how to get the VMX over to MEXC. Right now, I only see them trading MEXC too, not on the futures account as well. So it's only futures is what I'm saying. Okay. Pretty sideways here. We're down $12 on this trade. I believe over time this is going to play out based on the liquidity that I'm looking at. They're going to drag us further into the liquidity, into the zone 26.6. I'll probably take some profit, maybe 26,000. But I'm still short. Just making that really clear. I'm still short on the market. And I showed you kind of all the reasons why I was short. Also sold that top yesterday, right? Took a nap. Wish I didn't. I would have been able to trade that short. But hey, you can't be every single place every single time. Let's look at all the coins. Any strong coins today that we're seeing on the 1 hour time frame? Render still up 2% regardless. Phantom still up 2% regardless. And the Ton coin and Chili's and Ape still holding it down. Uniswap also getting in there with, getting into BRC20s. Solana, Quant, Immutable X been showing signs of life. Casper, our baby Casper, we love to trade Casper. But for the week, almost the whole market is getting slopped and banged to the downside. It's been a tough move. Milady meme coin, ladies. Wow, this thing blasted to the upside. You guys found ladies. I never knew what it was. Really, there's so many of these things. We'll look at this on Deck Screener real quick. We'll also look at the Ben token for you, kind of break that down for you. I did jump into Ben last night for whatever reason. I just felt like, hey, you know what? Over time, with the Bitcoin Miami coming up and the movement, I could see Ben possibly getting some moves to the upside. I saw people talking about Lady in my trading group today. What was that? She's louder. Her vocal cords went from heh to hey.
Very demanding.
She's a very demanding little baby.
It's 12. I'm coming, Nyla.
All right, so it looked like at first it looked like a rug, right? Came back down to this insane bottom. And then it came back up a little more, right? As we run that music back in. Up 7,000%. And now it's consolidating. When in doubt, trade a meme. You know what I mean? And this looks like it could continue to the upside. I'm starting to own too many of these things. I'm slowing down. My instincts tell me when enough is enough. You know what I mean? You get hungry for the gains, like you're going to get them, and then they just eat your portfolio alive. This guy sold 17,000. Good look for him. But looks like he bought the 17,603, and then he only made like $50 and got out. He got cold feet. I don't know. It looks like the same wallet. It is A, yep, D, A, D. So he got in and then he just got right out. Interesting, right? Look, he gets in here, A, C, D, E. And he used $7,000. Let's see what he did. He used $17,600 to make $48. He probably spent a bunch of gas fees on that too, so he probably lost money, which is weird. He got cold feet at the last second. He's like, I don't know. You know, you can kind of track some buys and sells here, looking at this and then seeing who got in, who got out. Like this person bought $2,800. Some people are mad. They buy a lot in these meme coins. They go hard. $10,000 USD on May 11th, on 5/11, and Bitcoin just hovering at 27,180. And honestly, those smaller time frames wanted to come up, means they're going to come up and resist any kind of movement, and it looked like they could go lower. I look at ladies. Ladies could go up another 112%. It's on my radar, but just be very careful. High risk, high reward. We'll take a look at Ben and Bambi. First, I'll look at Bam because I know people want Ben. I always like to pour. So Bambi's been hot. I got to give it to them. It was been hot, but look, it slumped all the way down. People are like, I didn't sell not one bit of mine. I'm like, well, I don't know if that was a good idea. You know, we look at this here, and we'll pull a Fibonacci on BAM. And it's in the, 706, 786 pocket, which is a nice, healthy retracement. It's in a beautiful falling wedge. If I were to get any BAM, this is where I would be thinking of jumping on in for some BAM, which is Bambi, the Bambi coin. But remember, not every one of these coins is going to rip like PEPE. Everyone thinks they're on to the next PEPE, but a lot of these are speculative, and they're not going to do it. So just be very, very careful. This does say it can move based on the technical analysis, and it has started to kind of round on to the downside. Possibly 4x coming for Bambi if it can hit that new high and break this level. Something to think about. And then we can add an indicator like an RSI or stochastics just to kind of see what's happening. And right now it says it wants to actually go lower on the 15-minute chart, which is pretty substantial. And remember, if Bitcoin tanks, everything tanks. I just want to make that really clear. Bitcoin moves down, even your little Bambi coin will drop down. And that's actually a bear flag that suggests it may go lower. And this thing, not the negative, but maybe about it here or here. So I just be very wary of these new coins coming out of nowhere. Just be very careful. All right. And the future trade now, basically almost at break even, only down $9. We'll see. I just firmly believe throughout the afternoon, we will drop to more of the downside. And last but not least, let's take a look at Ben here. For wrapped ETH. And so Ben started to slide too. All right. I got in, this is the 15-minute chart. I got in somewhere here at about 1 in the morning last night. Yeah, or no, not 1, like 12 or something. I slept all day, woke back up in a little pile of sweat, was like, what am I doing? And then, of course, I went and bought some Ben when I was sick and delirious. But I'm not saying I bought Ben because I'm sick and delirious, but I bought a meme coin. But, I thought about it. I was like, Ben's going to keep moving and get more popular. He makes a lot of content. His team is strong. I said, I don't see how this thing can't moon if anything else can moon. So to me, Ben was, an obvious idea of just, a speculative idea. It also starting to get those, 1 million, 2 million tweets. So it's pretty interesting. And it's right now at the 706 Fibonacci level too, a lot like Bambi. So it was Bambi or Ben to me. Last night I decided to take Ben because I think Ben will have way more of a buzz than Bambi, if you ask me. But I could be wrong. A lot of buys for Ben too. Look, a lot more buys than sells. Not until then, but in the last 2 hours, we're getting a lot more buys than sells. A lot of people still took profit though. I still look 100. Look, is that $1 million? Oh no, $1 million bend. Yeah, but see, this is USD. Someone bought 7,000 of this thing, 5,000, 11,000 they sold, right? And that's 3D313. And I try to find that 3D313 and be like, well, what did he buy for? And you can't determine it for sure, but you can, And you can even hit the transaction and you can see it. You can say, okay, the hash. It's funny. You can see someone's actual movement. 1-inch aggregation router. So they used 1-inch to jump on in too on Uniswap V3. Interesting. EIP 1559. See that transaction type? Does not matter. The fees are continuing to rise in Ethereum just as much, right? Just as much. I don't know. I'd be careful trading these things. Okay. Okay. And one last thing before I go. Want to see how we did with this poll.
29%.
67% did you vote? 33% did not vote for me? Watching the stream? It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward.
Not yet. Maybe they just mean not yet.
Guys, this should be 100, like, honestly. Unless we have a bunch of, like, creepers on the show that, like, love me and hate me. But, come on. Let's get this to 100. Let's get this to 100, everyone, if we can. I'd greatly appreciate that. And honestly, I mean, my dad died last week. You know, I guess I'm almost like, it's like, dang, man. Like, I would never kick a man while he was already down, but, you know. You asked, Troll Sam, don't worry about it. Yeah. You're funny. Tree City West. You're funny. Reword in the EQ. Did you vote for... Oh, my. Did you vote for my? I didn't even write it right. Yeah. But, hey, I'm not feeling too well, and I usually type off anyway, you know. But you hit that link that I put in the comment section, and you vote, and I'd greatly appreciate you voting. 29%. We may win this, too, and it was a day ago, so I really appreciate this, everybody. You really helped us come up. We didn't even know about it till 11 last night. I didn't know about it. Some people did before me. Really greatly appreciate that to the upside. Thank you so much. So we always got a troll. We always have a troll chilling somewhere. Isn't that weird? We got trolls, babe. What do you say to the trolls, babe? What do you say to them? You look nice. Looks like you could say something.
I say
May God guide you, she says. Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. You know what, though? If nobody hates on you, then you're not doing anything with your life. You know what I mean? Let me vote now quick. Please. Please. Come on, lifers. We're stronger than this. We really are. Like, come on. The poll hit the link. No, the link's right here, man. I could remove the poll. End the poll. There you go. How's that? $289 people voted. 30% said no. So do the right thing and do it. I'm not a troll with a stroll money. I answered no because I didn't even know the poll existed. So now I did. So no, I did not vote. Well, go vote right now, please. That's the whole point. You know, you're supposed to see that, then go to vote, and then you can answer yes. All right. Better to give the attention to the 69 who support you. This guy's always... I get it, Jay. No, but they already support me. I'm trying to figure something out. You know what I mean? Super chats. Who's next to class? Adam Short. You know what it is? It's like I'm getting told by a father, like, what to do, and it gets annoying. I'm just being honest. I don't like being told what to do. 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 People are attracted to... So don't tell us to vote. You're funny, man. Our minds are opposite, LOL. I don't have the mind for a minute of back testing, but you really finally make a spelling or grammar mistake. I think I always make a spelling or grammar mistake. You know what I mean? All the time, you know? Shout out to everyone that did vote. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was just messing with my wife right now. She gonna beat you, man. Yeah, Jamie, cut this out of voting this short. I knew I was going to misspell a word in that. Yeah. Any help on trying to grow a 100% account? Go slow. Always just be patient. And just take your time. You know, be excited for every little win and be grateful for every little slight win that you do have. You get what I'm saying? God is love. Your post is full of spelling and grammar mistakes. That's funny, man. Our minds are opposites. I don't have the mind for minute or back testing, but you'll rarely finally make it. Anyway, delete Coinbase is trending. It's funny. People are just saying that because of the memes. They wanted to get. They want PEPE, And if they don't get Pepe, they're like, delete Coinbase. You know what I mean? Because of Pepe. I believe that's why it's fully trending. You know what I mean? Honestly, positive or negative, you know, they did a poll, asked Americans what they like the most. Consistency. 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 Coinbase, what did they do? What did Coinbase do? Really? That's not good. He said he discouraged politics at work. Anytime, let's see today, the past day. Coinbase newsletter flags rise of PRC20 irks crypto Twitter. The crypto exchange said meme coins allow investors to make big profits in a short period of time, but warned of long-term investing in these tokens. I agree. Coinbase flagged the growth of Pepe coin and Bitcoin-based meme coins in a letter late on Wednesday. After a significant drop in the crypto market, traders are hunting for profits by focusing on jokes instead of fundamental plays, which has contributed towards extremely large gas fees on the Ethereum blockchain. Last week saw the trading volume on meme coins jump 2.3 billion, more than 6 times higher than the week prior. The newsletter noted that the ongoing meme coin mania was led by the rise of Pepe, which has grown nearly 55,000 since its assurance. It also tackled the growth of Bitcoin-based meme coins following the introduction of the Bitcoin request. You know what I mean? Although the newsletter had a disclaimer that distances its authors and does not necessarily reflect the views of Coinbase or its employees, the sentence became the center point. And honestly, today, I'm still sick as hell. Even though I'm like, yeah, doing great, believe me, I'm not 100%. And when I'm sick, I can get a little irritated very easily. You know what I mean? Just remember, your whole body's hurting, your back's in pain. So even the smallest comment can irk me beyond belief. You know what I mean? At my city pool now during the live, and part of my therapy is very important, as well as the lifers. First day back to the triathlon bike and ran. Power is built, not wished. Man, that's amazing. Gym boards, you sound like a true warrior, man. Voted last night. Since I'm in the Discord, maybe that's why it didn't show up, man. Not a fan of Coinbase. Have had 300,000 in Bitcoin locked up since April. Bought that Bitcoin at 182.70. Not your keys, not your crypto. Still locked up? Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's not right. Were you as consistent before you had kids? No, I was all over the place. Having kids and a wife really changed my life. Will Ben ever come back, or is it a rug? I don't know what's going to happen, man. You know. Is there an article, Jamie, that we can find about Coinbase? I don't know. Like, I can't see what you're talking about. I'd like to cover it, honestly, if we could, before I leave. They said it was a right-wing meme. Still locked up. See, I never really dabbled the whole Pepe idea. I just thought Pepe was a funny little frog. I don't get too negative or positive about that. They sent an email to Coinbase users, so I should have an email on my coin. Let me see. Oh, no. Funds will be getting taken off. Yo, people are just going to be like, nope. Again, people don't like being told what to do by their exchange. You know? I don't seem to have an email. It's weird. I can't see it. And one thing I want to talk about too is Bitcoin Miami. Jump on into Bitcoin Miami, all right, as soon as humanly possible, all right. Coinbase said Pepe is alt-right hate symbol for... Ooh, really? Coinbase calls Pepe a hate symbol, prompting calls to boycott the exchange. A new email sent out by Coinbase customers May 10th caused significant backlash from the Pepe community. An email sent out to Coinbase customers describing Pepe as a meme as a hate symbol co-opted by alt-right. What? Has drawn significant ire from the Pepe meme community. Prominent crypto influencer Borovec.eth shared a screenshot of the email newsletter on May 10th to his 96,000 followers, which cites a 2060 decision from the Anti-Defamation League to place the frog-themed character in its database of... See, I didn't know all this. Why is Coinbase sending out emails telling people that Pepe is alt-right? What? Which was issued around 3 weeks ago with comically huge symbol of 200 trillion tokens has been leading the meme activity. The token is based on the meme Pepe the Frog, which first surfaced in the internet nearly 20 years ago as a comic strip character. Over time, it has been co-opted as a, but that's, if you ever know, that's what, it will be closing my personal business accounts with Coinbase and moving them to Gemini. Pepe is not a symbol of hate. Brian Armstrong, the Pepe community demands that you retrace your vulgar statement. Yeah, I think I'll be leaving Coinbase too. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. I was just trading a fun little frog. You know what I mean? That's so weird. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. Okay, do you know why Gala is getting taken off of Coinbase? Really? Is that also happening? Who knows? Eventually, Gemini CEO Cameron Winklevoss was listening on May 9th. The Winklevoss-owned crypto exchange listed the meme coin for trading with a more open-ended description. Pepe continues to be trading, giving the draw of money back to the people. We're not here to tell you what money is. We'll leave it up to you. We're here to empower you with greater choice, independence, and opportunity as we continue our mission to unlock the next era of financial, creative, and personal freedom. Onward and upward. Dude, Gemini is going to be opened up to so many people. You're going to see me probably switch to Gemini 2 as well. That's insane. Yeah, like, and was Brian Armstrong, was he a part of that? That's so weird. Very strange. Very sad to see too, because everyone that was trading Pepe was full of light, love, and happiness. I didn't see anyone, hate on anyone because of their race, color, creed, or beliefs. That's just not the American way, man. America was based on equality for all and just believing in yourself. Yeah. Lots of people use it. I was one of them when I offloaded, but I'm done with them now. Hey, they also overcharge on all facets. So to me, it's business. I don't emotions and in business. Coinbase always overcharged. You know what I mean? Crypto in general is the great equality. You think Bitcoin will drop more? I believe it will, based on where the liquidity is here. There's just so much more liquidity to the downside. So it tells me that we're likely to fall back to 26.6 or maybe even to 26,000. I'm short right now, and I've made it clear that I'm short. I've talked about why I'm short. I went over the charts a lot. Interesting. Holding AGIX until 2024, as well as I am. YPRED, baby. Remember YPRED? You taught me about that the other day. A pre-sale is live. Oh, yeah, I forgot I bought this. I completely forgot I bought some of this, dude. Thank you for explaining that to me. I forget that I ever bought this stuff. I bought some YPRED too. For whatever reason. I don't even know what my wallet balance, 133775 YPRED. It said 5 cents. And I bought it on the Ethereum network, I believe. I don't remember, but there it is. Listing price will be 12. You could buy it at 5, so it should be a quick double up, but you never know. Just be careful. It'll probably get done pretty fast. All-in-one ecosystem, especially built for developers, traders, and quant and analysts. Analyst, yeah. 25 plus chart pattern recognition, technical analyst by AI, sentimental analysis, AI signals. But if everybody trades AI, everyone will make the same trade. So that's why I believe a human being behind the trade will still prevail over time. Holding Casper to 2024. Me as well. Me too. Everyone, you're the best, man. I appreciate this. Let's go to the last idea here. I want to see how many votes we got. 30%. You people are amazing. 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 You guys are unbelievable. May God bless each and every one of you for doing this. Life is strong, baby. Life is strong. Life is strong. Life is strong, man. Love that. That's awesome. You guys are the best. You guys and gals, ladies and gents. Super chats. Adam Short, 4-hour soup. Wise gal on Coinbase wins the next class. Next class is Saturday morning from 9 to 12. But class was like very, very draining and very hard for me to do. And it was starting to take up a lot of my life. And so I realized, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep doing the live class as much as I used to. I'm busy traveling more, doing more things, collaborating more. And so it's taken up a lot of my time. Even though I canceled the transaction and even sent them an email before making the purchase a second time with the correct card, seeing go through, they canceled the transaction a day or two later. Interesting. Yeah. Can I expand again on why down through the afternoon? Review on XRP. I don't know what you're saying, Slacky. Congrats if you're in here in the live. You're at the right place at the right time. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. God bless you. Super chats. Adam short 4-hour SR is high. I mean, anything that's a big coin is going to follow a Bitcoin move to the downside. It just will. Like, there's even like a shoulder, head, and shoulder here. See, you're making lower highs each time. I would suggest you make a lower low. That's just based on trend analysis. Micro trend analysis, though. Okay. What price did you get in on the Bitcoin short? Let's take a look. 27,084. All right. I'm down $14, 3.5%. We will see. They've been playing games with the longs and the shorts today, not really giving us much. And by the time we get to 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock on Thursdays tends to go really sideways. I was asking why you think Bitcoin has dropped. I don't think anything. I just looked at the charts. Just go back to the charts. They're all going to be timestamped when I leave, and you're going to see all my explanation. Because it's going to take me like a half an hour to explain what I already explained. And it's all there, man. Glad you're feeling better, bro. Thank you for always showing up. We appreciate you. I don't know if I'm feeling better. I'm just masking it with a lot of Motrin, and I took some coffee this morning. And so you can see I'm a little more uppity. Very more confrontational when I drink coffee. Like, I find myself like ready to go when I'm on caffeine, man. What website? We're on MEXC, man. And I'll tell you why I love MEXC. All right. And we'll put a link here if you want to jump on into MEXC. The reason why I love MEXC, all right, in all honesty, is because it has 0 maker and taker fees right now for people that want to jump on in. Like, it's awesome. So 0 maker and taker fees, which you can't beat. You can't beat that. You really can't. All right. And we'll pin that comment there from our survey comment. Hit this link right here, and you can sign up for MEXC. 0 spot maker and taker fees. So if you want to just buy a little bit of Bitcoin, it's free. If you want to DCA into a coin, it's absolutely free. There's no fees in it. You pay exactly what you had for it. I find that absolutely amazing. So, and they have every coin in the game. They have Ordi, they have VMPX, they have the newest, they have Bob, right? They have ladies. Like, if anything comes out, they know about it. They get into it super early. They are the most watchful exchange I've ever seen. All right. 0 fees for all trading pairs on MEXC spot. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And it's been going on for a month. They may change this up soon, but it started on April 1st, and it's been going ever since. And no, that was not an April Fool's joke. And it's until further notice as well. So 0% maker and taker fees on spot trading. Futures trading, they're only taking 0.2%. You can't beat that, right? So I would open up a MEXC today if I think it's a highly likely a good idea to do. And see, like, they're trying to get these shorts, but like, if you don't have enough, if the liquidity just isn't there, it's going to be a dry day. Very weird day in the markets for Bitcoin. And I'm going to update it again later on when I see a little more clarity. Right now, the markets are tough. Extremely tough. 30-second chart did just break out a little bit. You can say, okay, it broke this trend line. And actually, we can see it was in like a symmetrical triangle now. See that? And it did break out, which actually, some good news. That we've bottomed right there for the day at 26,999. Could have been a great place to, and there's a bullish divergence there on the 30-second chart. But it's a very small chart. But hey, you can say that was a trend line that we definitely broke. There's a little bit of hope that Bitcoin could recover back to the upside. I'd close the short if we get back above 27,004, or if we break back above this to 27,625. That's when I would bail on the short. I have no idea why Gal is being taken off Coinbase. I have no idea. And someone asked about a Cosmos short here. He's saying, why is Cosmos looking like it's going to dump? All right. He says the 4 hours overbought. See, which it is, but it could flip back. Getting some mixed signals in the market, I'll be honest. At the end of the day, it's a falling wedge. See that? So if it moves down, you're looking for the short right down here. Bearish retest would continue. But it looks like it just come down here, go sideways, and then bounce back to the upside and consolidate. So it doesn't look too bad for Adam. Adam's got a lot of big news. It's interoperable. they've been holding their own compared to most coins too since the bull market started. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. If it stays above this point of control, it's likely to gap all the way back up here, though, to $28. So just keep that in your mind. If it bearishly retests, then it will fall to the value area low somewhere down into here at $5. So I'd be waiting for the bearish retest of the zone if I was going to short at them, and maybe just a tiny little short on the 4-hour like you're seeing down to the bottom of this pattern. If you open this up, it's a possible pattern trade. You see? From the top of the channel back to the bottom of the channel. All right? Come back down here. So, shout out to Board Type Crow for the $5. God bless you, man. Just say no, I'm not in the U.S. when signing up, says GF Burke. Yeah, ask Burke what to do, he'll tell you. What do you think of the XEC being uplisted on BINANCE and its structure? I don't know, man. I'm out for the day. My back is killing me. You have to remember, I'm still pretty sick. And someone asked about SUIPAD on KuCoin. Came out of nowhere and bounced up, newly added. I'd be very wary of buying brand new coins on KuCoin. You have to look at it on the 1-minute chart. What are you doing? Doing pull-ups? You're so cute. You know that? You love that little bird. You can have the bird. You can play with that bird. It's just glass. Just be careful, okay? I mean, it's not sharp glass. She can't get hurt, but it's heavy. Oh. See, this is a little, but it's heavy. She could drop it on her foot. That's what worries me the most. What are you doing every day, huh? What are you doing?
Sammy, we have some errands to run.
I can't. I'm going to go lie down. I'm exhausted. We have mixed signals because we are in Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde over May 14th. Thank you. Yeah. What do you think about Elmo ERC? I don't think about it at all. How's that? You got me out of that one by asking the right questions. I don't think about it. The answer to your question, I don't. Right? You would flag this out. If it could stay on the flag and touch the 21-day moving average, it could continue. Right? And that would be the trade before the trade happens. Something like that. Touch the 21, keep moving. It could be a little pump going. I'd be very wary buying a brand new coin like this, though, on the 1-minute chart. But it says there could be about a 27% gain. Bob, looking nice. Added to Bybit. That's nice. Lifer, glad you're not a trading robot and actually interact with your family. Thanks, man. Yep. Pretty sure Paris covered that one. Yeah, Joey Paris is the man, dude. What liquidator user do you use? I'm using Lapidations, and I also use... so look at the short. Just they're playing games. They're bringing it up to 200, short it back down. Now the short's starting to come down. Very likely we hit 27,000. We got a massive buy wall there. But then there's a bigger buy wall at 26.8, 20. There's just more liquidity down here. Whenever there's more liquidity, especially as we go into Thursday and it starts to dry up, just very likely we're going to head lower. I'm not, and you'll find out. If you're new to the channel, you can see what happens. And you can go with the predictions in the projections that I make. Little new money coming into the market, mostly profit rotation. Exactly. I hate meme season, but we have to get past it. Live, it's a beautiful day here in Boston. I'm getting out away from the charts. Enjoy the beautiful day. Crypto Lifer and get better. Thank you so much, big and tall. God bless you, man. ACH is a nice cup and handle on the daily time frame, Mr. Lifer. Ready for a massive pump. Alchemy Pay, huh? Let's see. That trade did not play out, as you can see. I mean, I don't know if that's a massive cup and handle, man. I'll be honest. Pretty ugly market structure, if you ask me. Maybe a bounce back up on the pattern trade. But just be careful, too. You have a massive resistance right here. And you're kind of on the line right there, too. I don't know. I got to let the market settle. They don't look that good right now. My edge isn't apparent. Yeah, I don't know if that's a cup and handle. Yeah, Gala had a token contract upgrades coming, trading pause while it's going on. Yep. Can you look at Injective? It's because I'm on coffee, man. You guys got me running. Everything kind of broke structure. A lot of the alts got absolutely slammed the last week or two. Like, they got slammed. Like, it just been and usually they slam the alts when they're about to buy into the alts. That's what they're slamming them for. Injective, to me, it's hitting a low, but could it go to the 618? Let's look at the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart's really my go-to. And 3-day chart just getting started here. It says it probably can go back up, back down, and I'd wait for it to get to the 618 Fibonacci level. It hits that level, that's going to be about a 435, and then it'd probably be fireworks. This is a cup and handle, though, for Injective. And so I'd be watching for Injective to touch that 618, and then getting on another swing trade, possibly up to about, what, 13, 14 bucks? And I watched the 3-day chart for possibly 2x there for Injective. Injective's been hot regardless of the market. It's had its own kind of incentivizing ways to move. So Injective is interesting to me. All right, and we've been loving it. Ben trading is paused. That's interesting. Well, I only buy it on Uniswap. I didn't know it was anywhere else. So, you know, you can take a day off from trading, everybody, right? You know that, right? Like, you don't have to trade every single second day of your life. You can take a day off. You'll be okay. You'll be able to breathe. You'll be better when you come back. Trust me. Trust me. You don't have to trade every single day. Yeah. Injective. Elmo Lifer, best burn cover ever. Don't miss the ride. I'm all set, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, though. I would love to miss the ride on Elmo and just watch it go all the way up and not even have to think about it and worry about what I was doing or try to trade it. I never want to see that, you know. Anyway, yes, I own 10,000 XRP. Looks like we're going to need a Sam coin, the Lifer coin. But, you know, it's got to be right, man. I don't want a meme, personally. Like, a meme is cool, but I don't know. If I'm going to do it, we got to do it right, you know. We've been trading Metaverse. I talked about this, look, coming back down to the 618. It did that 706, and then it pumped hard. Metaverse. And again, that's the 3-day chart. So, see how the 3-day chart really comes through because no one's paying attention to it. So, when you pay attention to it, you tend to get an edge. You know, you tend to get a little bit of an edge. Metaverse. Traded that thing on and off. Someone must have either asked about it. I don't know when I drew that, but that makes sense to me. But all coins have just been absolutely demolished. Really on the low. Since I got sick, I mean, they've been just slamming the altcoins. It's just been a bloody run on the alts. Like, you name it, the alts have been just getting absolutely slammed. Wow. Maple had a little bit of a run, but Render was the only strong coin we saw. And Render's been a little hotter because it's doing that thing with Solana. So I put this out. Render did pump up. How much? That trade was a nice trade, 92%. Then it made a flag, gave up the flag. It's really like the market structures for a lot of coins are just like completely weirded out. You know, is it in this uptrending flag? Could it reset on the 3-day chart? You know, you're in the daily channel that could want to pump back up. If any coin could pump, it could be Render. It's kind of in that cup and handle there too. 49% out of Render on the daily chart. A little bit of hidden bullish there. Slight, not perfect though for Render. All right, everyone, I'm out of here for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, baby. Thank you so much. Love and health, bro. Thank you for another day of giving your time and skills. Love God with all your heart and love your fellow man as you love yourself. Peace. Amen. Jasmine getting pounded. Yep. Thank you so much. I never bought any Jasmine either. You're the best. Get well. Have a great day. Thank you. Rest easy. Bye, Sam. Rest up, mate. And everybody, from the bottom of my heart, from my family to yours, thank you so much for voting. I didn't even know about this till last night, and we ran up from 10 to 30, and we really were taking the crown here. No pun intended, but God bless you all for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live stream. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for voting. And I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. Through my father's passing, I've found a different way into life, and it really kind of showed me a new way to live, which is interesting. And so I take the positive from any negative in life, and it tells me, hey, there's so many more beautiful things coming in this life and the thereafter. So God bless each and every one of you. Stay positive, stay strong, and remember, stay in the present moment. All you have is this moment right now, the present. Don't worry about the future. Don't beat yourself about the past. Stay in the present. You can recreate yourself today. You can, you will, you are the best. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. God bless you all. Have a great day. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Live your lives. I'll see you tomorrow on another live stream. Thank you.